Welcome one, welcome all, and welcome to Style Esports Season 10 matchup here. We have Crab Esports taking on Astral Dragons tonight. I am MxL, bringing you tonight's action alongside LetsAMP. How are you doing on this fine night?
I am very confused because we have quite some time difference because I am in EOW and I have been doing the last 10 minutes nothing but spam crab jokes inside of the game lobby. So if anybody thinks like, yeah, one of those two teams seems like they are broken already mentally or in terms of morality, yeah, guess who's at fault here? No, I will not sadly spam talk about crab jokes just for the simple being that about half of them will just get me killed on stream.
Yeah.
Like, I would not be surprised if I just get D-doxed. Like, yeah, okay, we know where he is.
Worth noting,
but we are already seeing bans.
Crabs were not able to see the chat during the pregame lobby, unfortunately, so they missed out on the quality puns. But yeah, some bans coming through. Victor already, a champion that we've seen a lot in pro. This champion is absolutely ridiculous. Crown of the Shattered Queen, first strike Airy, however you want to handle it. He does a lot of damage, and it's really hard to shut him down.
And we have on the side from Astral Dragons, I have the feeling this second ban, the Urgot ban, is actually not targeted against the team of Crab Esports, but more personally directed against me. Just for the reason being because I think Urgot is the only champion in the entire game who has like something related to crabs or anything. So I think that's a target ban, like a literal casted target ban.
I mean, you say that.
We have the dog.
You say that. Sweet Crab does have a few games on Urgot this season. Is his most played top laner at this point, so not too surprised to see that taken away. Get him off comfort. Zariband, I thought she was not eligible, but I could be wrong.
I mean,
I'm looking.
If we look at your status in the league client, it's just I would just want to play Zeri. I think the same thing is something Tilted Crab was maybe thinking, but Jello von Gelatine was like, nah, nah, we ain't having none of this. I'm actually surprised that Nasus got banned. Do you know if Sweet Crab is also a big fan of the dog, or if it is just a random ban?
I mean, it's second most played top laner, so it checks out. Set being the third most played, the rest of these are supports, Master Yi, and Sejuani. So it makes sense now with that all in mind, that Set being the next most comfortable top laner, this will be picked up instantly by Crab Esports. And Astral Dragons looking at the Kai'Sa. Now, I've seen a lot more focus onto things like the Caitlyn, like the Aphelios, specifically in pro play. Even Jhin, if you're looking for a more utility-based AD. Jinx still available, absolutely insane on this patch. I've been finding success with Kai'Sa. I think she's fun. I think she's very versatile. But very interested to see her picked this early.
I'm actually not surprised by the Set ban, as a fellow top lane main myself. Set is a very good blind pick, also in the current patch. While he's not like super contested everywhere, he still does make up for good blind pick. Fiora as the answer. So we have two who like to beat it out throughout the entire lane. So Set can go 3 different routes. He can just build classical Bruiser with Gore Drinker and Sterix Gauge to try to max stack one-shot the entire backline. Fiora has more of like a split push build. Well, I think one of the most scary things in League of Legends is a Fiora who is fed and knows what she's doing. And I can certainly attest to this. Fiora, not a matchup I like to see. Yeah. So top lane is going to be a skill matchup, bot lane as well. Bot lane is going to be very interesting. Kai'Sa has a little bit more range than Vayne, and a Zac. That actually makes me very happy. I love myself a Zac on my team, and I despise it even more on the enemy team.
Yeah.
Long range engage, a big health pool that just doesn't shrink. And gank, maybe it needs a little bit of time to get like completely going. Can be an early ganker if he gets the angle and he knows he isn't getting watched by a certain ward. But the longer the game goes, the harder he scales.
Yeah.
Fiora will put probably a dent into him, or several, because, well, true damage, health, scale, disaster. And the Leona as an answer. So we have a bot lane already picked, and we have the top lane picked, and Zac as the jungler. He can actually be flexed. Haven't seen him in top lane since Whipper once said, sure, let's pull him out. And I don't think that Astral Dragon... Oh, it needed some time before it came in. A Lulu ban from Astral Dragons. And a Zed ban.
Definitely makes sense. Some things I do want to touch on real quick. Fiora, notoriously fairly good at negating any sort of telegraphed engage, and I'd argue that Zac, with that elastic slingshot, it takes a little bit of time to arrive. There's a pretty big circle that sits there for a little bit. She's fairly safe in that top side. It's definitely a little worrisome to see that Zac is the pick when you already see the Fiora on the enemy side when you're looking to shut her down, right? Looking as well at something like the Vayne. Kind of a soft counter to Leona as well off of the Zenith Blade and the Condemn interaction. You can just push Leona really far away if she tries to engage. So interested to see how that all plays out. I know a few ADs who really like playing Vayne into Kai'Sa specifically. The way they phrase it is you're just a better skirmisher than Kai'Sa is. Kai'Sa generally better in team fighting for sure. But double Enchanter bans coming out from Astral Dragons. Technically Lux can be Burst Mage if you want to counter as one, but definitely makes sense to see both of those taken away, and Vi and Nunu being banned away by Crab Esports here, making sure just to get some of those power ganking champions off the table early.
Yeah, especially Vi's Armor Shred is also a very good answer into Zac. Zac builds a lot of HP and a little bit of armor most of the time, which at the current moment in time with Fiora and Kai'Sa probably both going AD/crit. Being a good answer. I also want to point out what I said before. Okay. We bringing the anger of the Rift back is, yeah, okay. I think, if I think about it, isn't so surprising. I think Udyr didn't get buffed, but I think that Chemtank got buffed.
Yeah.
So depending on how he's going to be played, he will just be the speed demon we hate.
All right, I'm very excited for this. Janna got some recent changes on this patch. Made it a little less infuriating to play against in the early stages if you are an AD carry main. She's no longer that put 3 points in a W and do your quarter your health bar point and click with no counterplay champion. Now she actually can kind of fight. But yeah, Veigar going to be locked in. Now this is blind. However, you know, looking across the board, Kai'Sa, Leona, Udyr, Fiora, none of them have a reliable way out of this cage. Interested to see what this last pick could be. There was the hover of the Zed ban. Interested to see if that'll be the pick. That is a great matchup into Veigar.
I'm actually very interested in what is going to be picked. I also want to say, if you know as Veigar what you're doing, you can actually just neutralize. Okay, that is actually the answer into the Veigar. Morgana with a black shield, yeah, you are not going to do anything within the entire lane. She is just going to be laughing in your face. Oh, nice cage. Let me just shield all of it, including your magic damage. Veigar's going to have a game of playing hot potatoes. If Morgana gets him once with the Q, Udyr will just speed in, hit you in the face, and make sure you're not going anywhere. Also, depending on how Morgana is going to be played, I'm probably just assuming full AP. She will just be an absolute nightmare. I think somebody did the math once. If Morgana times all her ability perfectly, including an Everfrost, she is actually able to CC you for up to 7 seconds. With the root from her ultimate, the second proc, it's an absolute nightmare. I also want to quickly touch back on what you said about the Zac. Yes, and the Fiora. Yes, if he slingshots into the top lane and Fiora is able to parry him in time, that means she parried his engage in time. I want to see her try to run away when he has his eyes on, his arms on her, and the minion probably next to her. She will have to choose when to parry, so it's actually not that bad of an answer. Yes, as Fiora, you can parry the CC. The question is, which CC do you want to parry?
Yeah, definitely can get behind that. For those of you who aren't aware, I am an avid Morgana enjoyer. Absolutely love this champion. Interested to see her mid lane. I think generally has a decent matchup into the Veigar. You get to push him under turret, and Veigar's not really that happy if he's forced under tower, right? You mentioned already the Black Shield interaction. That's a fairly notable one. You mentioned the root. I don't like Everfrost on Morgana, especially when you're running in an econ role. I think it's, especially this game, just better with the double front line. You want that Leandry's Torment. Normally, I am always against it because people build it from the support role. But this time around, definitely seems like the play. And if we can get any of those roots off onto the Vayne, onto the Janna, onto the Veigar, there is a lot of follow-up coming out from the rest of the Dragons.
I agree, but yeah, no, not maybe. I agree. If Morgana is definitely going to have to push on Veigar until like the late game. Veigar got buffed, I think, last patch.
Is something weird happening?
That's a Kai'Sa.
There's no way.
I don't think that's a. There's no Kai'Sa top lane. I'm just thinking they're probably going to switch around.
We can hope.
I think. Nah, I mean, I have seen a Jhin top once, and I had quite the good gamer set. You can run, but you can't hide from these hands.
Yeah, we'll have to see if it's locked in, but I'm interested to see, again, assuming this is the anticipated matchup of the Morgana mid into the Veigar, and there's not some weird, like, Morgana-Leona shenanigans happening bot lane, which I don't recommend against Vayne, for the record, ever. It sounds like a really bad time.
No.
But I do want to just dial in a little more onto this Morgana. Love seeing her. Generally, I know there's a few different trains of thought. I have a good friend of mine who swears by electrocute Qmax. Please don't do that. That sounds painful to watch, not to play against. But personally, I find a lot of success when you're looking into something like 3 points into your W, at least early. If you want to max Q afterward, you can. If you want to max your W out fully, try to get a little more push potential, a little more damage out from that. Also works just fine. But you definitely want to get that early push. You want to be able to assist the Udyr, make sure that Max is able to really like get things done in the jungle matchup. Try and just abuse Zac, who has a notoriously, like, I don't want to say weak, but it's a low HP clear early, and it normally takes until level 4 or level 5 to get off the ground.
Yeah, as well with his the passive on his ultimate, which like boosts his healing quite efficiently. It actually, I think if Udyr wants to invade, it actually depends on how top lane is going to play out. I think mid lane, if both mid laners hit level 3, it actually just depends on how Veigar is going to play this with his lane and wave management. Why I'm saying that the focus is going to be on top lane is if Udyr invades and Zed is going to be there, Udyr is not getting out of this alive. If Fiora is there, Zac is not getting out of this alive. In a straight 1v1, of course, Udyr will shred Zac to pieces. But as said, if Zed or Sweet Crab Boy knows what he's doing, he might be able to get the early push into the Fiora if they are not too set out on throwing hands all the time. Yes, I'm emphasizing this because I've seen this more than once. One last thing, the Janna. I was thinking about that there is no clear hard engage besides Leona. If Janna is playing herself right, and I mean it with herself, Udyr is never going to reach anybody.
Yes.
The team side of Astral Dragons is more of a pick comp. Pick comp and giving Fiora space to breathe. Morgana wants to shove in wave, Udyr just wants to run around, beat things up, and maybe catch out things with Morgana. Same with Leona. If Leona finishes anybody, she is probably going to die. Same with Morgana. Meanwhile, time is on Crab Esports' side. There is nothing scarier than a Vayne, a Zac, and a Veigar that had time to scale up. Early game, Janna's job, keep the baby safe. Veigar, not die. Zed, don't throw too many hands.
Yeah, we will have to see. I think there's definitely potential in these side lanes to see this game just explode one way or the other. We'll touch a little more onto this once we get into game, but until then, just about 80 seconds left on the spectator delay. We're going to take a short break before we hop onto the Rift. Game 1 between Crab Esports and Astral Dragons right after this.
Say hi.
Welcome back, everybody, to Game 1 of this best of 3 between Crab Esports and Astral Dragons. I am MxL, joined by LetsAMP on the desk tonight as we bring you this series between these two teams with some interesting rune selections, I think we would say, based off of what we were expecting. Vigar opting into Dark Harvest over the Predator, and you mentioned as well Ignite Fiora. I want to hear what your expectations about this top lane are as a result of that.
Yeah, first things first, I want to make a GoFundMe for that poor set. There is nothing I can positively say. Fiora with Grasp and Ignite, she will poke you out of lane and then just absolutely run you down. I am hoping with the power of Wonder is with Sweet Crab, and maybe also Whipper. Maybe not Whipper, but at least Wonder. Because he is going to need everything he can. I'm actually going to keep my eyes on the top lane mostly of the time. But as of now, let's look at the minimap, or at the map in general. How are our junglers faring? They are clearing topside, both of them.
Yeah, I'm interested to see. Both junglers kind of have slow-ish clears. Udyr's, I'd say, is a little faster and a little healthier than Zach. And we already mentioned it in the draft as well. There's always the chance of some shenanigans happening as a result of Zach's rather unhealthy clear early. So we'll have to see how that all happens. I do want to touch on it as well. My hope for some AP Kai'Sa tonight, I think it's a very fun time. I think the rune setup here can be used in both AD or AP. I just personally have preferences towards Ultimate Hunter with AD Kai'Sa and Ravenous for AP. Jello Von Gelatin did opt into Ravenous, so, you know, fingers crossed. Here's hoping.
That's hoping, and I think it's going to be a lot of hoping that maybe Red Side will try some shenanigans. As we expected, Misty on the Morgana pulled out everything, pushed the poor Veigar under tower, got some early advantage, could move first, and got a ward down on the blue buff from Stupid Crab. I actually imagined that Udyr maybe attempted to like go in and, well, try to beat up the poor Zac, because poor guy only has like half his health left. Also, with the crab changes back, I think 2 patches ago, not so much emphasis on who gets first crab. It's actually just, yeah, we'll take crab. Nobody really cares. Yeah, everybody is happy.
It's definitely not as potent as it used to be. I definitely can agree with you there. Interested to see as well, Udyr opting into a full 6 camp clear. Zac just choosing to go for what seems to be 5 camp into the crab, going to be pushed off by that Nerd Max right now. Running it down with the bear stance, gets the bear stance off, rather, for the stun, but will take the elastic slingshot back in. Fox is coming over, finds the Q, but it's just going to be a little bit of chunk damage, and they're going to waltz on out of there.
Okay, Stupid Crab actually came ahead out of this. I'm surprised that he didn't attempt to get back to the crab, but maybe it is a smarter move. Udyr is still 1 level up, and he still has a crab to take for himself. On the other side, the Gromp already respawned, so I doubt that Stupid Crab knows this, so else he could have just attempted to steal it.
Running up to the top side, Tiger Stance, Bear Stance, the flash coming out from Sweet Crab, but it's just a little too much. The Haymaker comes through the Facebreaker, though, and finds the turret shot. Max gonna fall on the overextension, and Sweet Crab with the first blood in the 1v2.
Okay, that just hurts. Actually very surprised how Sweet Crab was playing all of this. Played it patient and didn't overcommit with the flash. Maybe Fiora should have waited a little bit with the riposte until Sweet Crab was actually positioning to throw out the face crash. I think it was face crash, I forgot the name right now. That allowed him to like just clap Max on the tower, and with the Tiger Stance dot, that took tower aggro, and Sweet Crab is going to enjoy this very much. Also, Laurent didn't use his Ignite. This might have been the difference. Oh, yep, nothing happening in top lane.
Interested to see what the results of that will be, but the Haymaker coming through doing so much damage. Lauren going to be taken down to the red buff, but does end up popping the potion, will end up staying alive up there. Meanwhile, bot side, Max going to jump over. Missing the stretching strikes is Stupid Crab, but Tilted Crab going to have to flash away. Jill Von Gelatin did get exhausted right at the start of this, but Tilted Crab nowhere to go. The flash coming out from Medjai as well, and that will be the first kill of the fight, going over to the side of Astral Dragons, going right onto that Kai'Sa, right where you want it. Another Zenith Blade lands, though, forcing the flash out of Blame My Crab. Jellyvon Gelatin still running through. NerdMax is going to pop the passive from Zac and will find the kill onto the Janna. Misty coming down, secures the kill onto the Zac. Fox is in the area, though, misses everything. Soul Shackle's coming through, walks into the event horizon. Flash from the Vygar, but ultimately it's a 3-for-0 in the bot lane in favor of Astral Dragons, and they're going to turn towards this Drake.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that Monsieur Jellyvon Gelatin is going to be very happy with this. Is able to push in the wave, gets himself a very nice payday. Now is the moment of truth for him. Let's find out if we're going to get AD or AP Kai'Sa. I doubt it's going to be AP, but who knows?
Well,
it's a tier.
It doesn't. This doesn't say anything.
AP, AD.
You build tier for AP Kai'Sa as well. Manamune AP Kai'Sa is the play, so it could be either.
Everything.
Every champ in the game builds tier at this point, honestly. But
yeah, step with tier. When is it gonna happen?
Well, you can't stack it on him. Trust me, I've tried. It's really unfortunate. But
yeah, so
we'll have to see. Oh, geez. We'll have to see. Still some room before, or still some time, rather, before we see what the Kai'Sa build will be. Big things to note. Early CDR for Misty. Early Ocean Drake for lanes as well. This dragon is ridiculously strong in the early stages. If you get first Drake Ocean and you're able to secure it early, you just do so much. Riposte was pretty good up top side from lower end, but Sweet Crab still getting a decent return trade. But with this wave, I'm assuming Sweet Crab's just going to try to play back, let the wave crash, and get what he can. Oh, the Zenith Blade, though! Oh, I thought there was more, and the Void Seeker is going to go wide, unfortunately, hit the minion. Back to your point, Amp.
What I wanted to say is, I don't think Laurent has a problem with taking this early, bad trade, just for the reason that you mentioned before. Ocean Drake regenerating 2.5% missing health every 5 minutes, and I think Misty wants a... Oh no, Misty, are you just roaming up to get yourself some health, or... Okay, I thought we may or may not see a possible dive, but nothing happening. Also, with Stupid Crab being in the area, I highly doubt any shenanigans will happen. Zac level 6, but speaking of shenanigans...
Yeah, Dark Binding does go wide there. Max, though, gonna find Stupid Crab. Phoenix Stance, the Bear Stance gonna come through for the stun as well. Stupid Crab gonna just Elastic Slingshot out, and that's basically how I expected this matchup to turn out. Udyr just so much stronger in the 1v1. Dark Binding lands, though. Soul Shackle's coming down on the Tormented Shadow, and Misty finding the solo kill in the mid side.
Okay, yeah, Misty did what we expected her to do. I'm actually surprised that Vega, now that I realize it, took Ignite. With how weak his early gaming is, I thought that shenanigans might be different. Speaking of shenanigans,
comes through. The Black Shield's going to be a little late, but the Elastic Slingshot comes through as well. The Let's Bounce, but the Dark Binding keeping Stupid Crab in place. That Nerd Max finding the stun, finding the kill, and now Set in the area, trying to run away, has to flash over the wall. But the Flash Bind comes through as well. The Flash from Laurent, the Ignite coming down, and Laurent coming down 1-0-1 on this Fiora.
Well, I'm normally quite optimistic when things turn out, when things are going a little bit south in the early game, but a Fiora with an early lead is a bloody nightmare. This might just be me talking out of PTSD reasonings. I'm not quite sure what Sweet Crab was thinking when he joined that fight. They just should have given up that blue buff, but I think in this case it was more a case of honor. Like, I will die for my blue buff, which as a mage sometimes in the top lane I can appreciate. But in this case, you have to let it go, my dear Zac. This was literally a Stupid Crab move.
Yeah, definitely just accelerates Astral Dragon's lead a little further. They will also secure themselves a Rift Herald as a result of all of the fighting. And we now see that Chem Tank coming through already for that Nerd Max. The Void Seeker not going to connect, but Stupid Crab going to be taken low. But the ult coming through as well forces the flash from Stupid Crab. Jellyvon Gelatin just getting a little overeager, I'll say. Dark Binding not going to land. Howling Gale does, but Misty might be in the not a great spot, to say the least. Walks into the event horizon, gets condemned as well. And yeah, Tilted Crab just going to be able to pick that one up on this Vayne.
Oh.
Very big shutdown for this AD carry.
Yeah, Vayne actually, despite the early setback, doing quite well. 80 farm, so about half a kill ahead. Got herself some early boots. Got herself as well as got herself a Vampiric Scepter. But they are planning on doing some shenanigans in the bot lane. I don't think that's a good idea, but I don't think they know
Elastic
that
Slingshot
okay.
lands onto Max. He's going to instantly flash away, but Tilted Crab has issued the final hour. But the beautiful Solar Flare coming through from Medjai as well. The ultimate coming through from Janna just to discourage any further fighting. And Tilted Crab left untouched, trying to pick up the kill. Meanwhile, Stupid Crab will pick that one up with the auto attack on the Zac. So, very big fight win for the side of Crab Esports in the bottom lane.
With this, the entire momentum of the bot lane just turns around. The jungler dead, and I think Misty as well soon.
Another Soul Shackles coming through. The Event Horizon going to land as well. Misty's going to find the root. Will find the kill. Actually just pops the passive out from Stupid Crab. Gets knocked up by the Tornado. Will be taken down by that Vigar Q. And Stupid Crab able to walk away. Did have to pop the passive, but, you know, you'll take that. A kill to your team, not a kill to theirs. That's fine.
Slash all worth it.
Yes.
And I was mentioning before while we were in downtime, try to run away from a Janna. Try it. That's. I'm not going to judge you for trying to do it, but don't say I didn't warn you when you get hit in the face by a Zac and some tornadoes. Also, with her running Glacial Augment, ooh, that's just disgusting.
Yeah.
But still, I appreciate a good Janna. Blame my crap? No, we don't blame you for this one. You did good. Chapeau.
Yeah, very interested to see how this channel will play out later on. This champion notoriously squishy, so if the game goes later, it can be a little more tricky for her to stay alive as some of these fights. That fight in particular positioned very, very well. Had pretty good ultimate, pretty good just disengage, keeping Tilted Crab alive. And now we see more action.
Another
potentially going to break out down here.
I also really like how Blame My Crab played this with the ultimate stick rate was like half down, and I think we're going to see a repeat of what just happened.
Solar Flare coming through. Zenith Blade lens only onto the Zac, but the Aftershock has been popped. The Let's Bounce as well. Teleport coming in from Sweet Crab. That Nerd Max going to fall. Stupid Crab going to pick that one up at the start. Medjai Carnage being focused down by these silver bolts, and Tilted Crab finds it. Blame My Crab flashing to try and secure that with the W, by the way. Just need to throw that one out there. Who says supports don't deserve kills? Dark Binding and the Tormented Shadow landing onto Moki Fox, but this should be the Drake now going over to Crab Esports as they've clawed their way back into this game and now sit with a 1,000 gold lead.
Yeah, Stupid Crab. I don't know exactly what the plan was with Stupid Crab due to the wave being pushed back to the side of Astral Dragons, but the counter attempt of the Udyr trying to gank the bot lane really turned out to be in the favor of Stupid Crab, so he can be very happy with this. Vayne getting fed, having her Immortal Shield Bow, currently not the best item, for the reason being that it got just
but Misty with the Soul Shackles. Exhaust coming out from Blame My Crab, but we're going to see a lot of chain CC coming down onto this Janna. She's going to be taken low, but here comes the ultimate, going to keep her alive for a little longer. Primordial Burst on the Medjai, finds the kill for Moki Fox, and Misty is going to try to flash away. Good flash from the Vigar to stay alive, but he's going to be taken low, ticking down. Minion Wave doesn't look to be enough. Meanwhile, topside, the riposte comes through a little too late, but slow is enough to dissuade Sweet Crab from going any further. With that said, still decent fight for the side of Crab Esports.
Yeah. I appreciate what Max is doing in the meantime. He knew he couldn't take the... Oh, speaking of what Max is doing.
Yeah.
Okay,
gets the flash out
he
top.
got a flash for free. Yeah. This is going to come back and bite poor little Setback. What I meant is that he was attempting... Okay, how can I just take something in exchange for the beatdown that Misty was having in the mid lane, and got himself some blue buffs. Very, very nice. And the dream of AP
it's still up in the air. This is what you build on her regardless, but we'll have to see. A Grand Challenge has been issued. The Haymaker's popped early, but a beautiful Showstopper gets Sweet Crab out for free. Lauren did burn the Ignite, burned the ultimate, and just gets a set to half HP. Not what you want to see, but there's a whole Goon Squad coming up as well. Beautiful dash away, but the flash coming out from Lauren as well should dissuade any further action. Yeah, Goon Squad, not enough to take this Fiora down quite yet.
Yeah, they're just here for a good time. 4 top, yes, Fiora 4 top. You have a Janna with cooldown boots, and I think Janna's probably one of the fastest champions in the entire game. I'm not quite sure at the moment. But how bot lane was looking currently, Janna wasn't needed in a bot lane. But this might be a problem now, because Janna was just seen mid lane. I think they actually could have dived.
Oh, Janna's just dead. Misty gonna find the Soul Shackles, able to just sit in that ultimate as well from Blame My Crab. Does not care, finds the kill onto the support. Really, really big pick there as well, getting Misty back off the ground on this Morgana.
Yeah. Let's just hope it turns out to be helpful.
Oh, stretching strike's gonna land.
I think this
Misty,
might be a problem.
No black shield, will be able to walk out of the event horizon, so not going to fall there.
Yeah, those anti-CC boots, the Mercury Tread's already paying off quite well.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure if... Oh, Zed has Unleashed Teleport as well. They are planning something in the bot lane. Crab, I think you want to get out of this one. Yep.
Yeah, it just takes that Elastic Slingshot out. Jellivan Gelatin still sitting pretty with this Kai'Sa. Granted, 20 CS down. Vayne already on the shield bow on the Zerker's Greaves. They know Zach's in the area, so shouldn't be any fighting here. But all in all, not doing too bad on the Kai'Sa matchup. Definitely feels a little Vayne favored, especially with how much utility has been built around this champion. We mentioned already the Janna. You factor in the Condemn, you factor in the Event Horizon, you factor in everything Zach and Set do. This feels like a comp designed to set this Vayne on a pedestal, and so far, it's looked pretty good.
Yeah. Despite how seesaw this entire first 18 minutes of this game was, if we look at the direct comparison in terms of gold, 27k to 27.3k, a 300 gold difference. Yeah. The biggest gold difference currently being between the two ADCs. Like, we see it in terms of kills, we see it in terms of farm.
The gold even, too. Both Vayne, about 1,000 gold ahead of Kai'Sa right now. Morgana, actually, about 1,000 gold ahead of Veigar, though, so that's something big to take note of. Set doing okay in that department as well up in the top side. So, while, yes, there's a pretty substantial difference in the bottom side, there's also one mid side on the opposite side of the rift. Misty with a good black shield. Elastic Slingshot coming through. Stretching Strike's gonna land onto Misty here. Soul Shackle's coming through. Primordial Burst as well. The blue smite, and Moki Fox finds the kill, I believe, with an auto attack. So, doesn't matter. Whatever gets the job done. But, I mean, I think he gets stacks for the takedown. It's fine.
I actually don't know. I think you only get it with Q and... not even with W, but must say as it is, Vega doesn't care about money. He cares about stacks for days, stacks for dinner, stacks for lunch, and he wants stacks from that Drake. But he's positioning very aggressive.
Yeah, TP came through from Sweet Crab as well. This Drake should just be Crabs for the taking. Mogi Fox
Max,
in the
area.
Don't
try.
Max
this is
not
worth it.
Playing with fire, finds the stun down onto Sweet Crab. Another W coming through from the Kai'Sa. Dark Binding, though, lands. Solar Flare lands as well, but there's the Event Horizon canceling out the engage from Medjai. Meanwhile, on the backside, Tilted Crab just untouched. Dumpstering Lauren here. Moki Fox going to be taken down, though. Sweet Crab going to be taken low. Will not be able to find the shield. Lauren will end up falling. It's a 2-for-2 thus far in the fight. Blame My Crab, though, just trying to disengage the fight. Stupid Crab going to be taken low, will be taken down from the Tormented Soil into the passive. Jellivan Gelatin in the area should be able to pick this one up, but Vayne's in the area. Tilted Crab trying to do something, gets rooted up. The knockup from the Tornado as well from Janna. Stupid Crab trying to walk away. Will take the Elastic Slingshot out, but overall, it is a 2-for-2 thus far still. And finally, it looks like the fight has ended 2-for-2, and Drake, so... Crab Esports feeling a little better. Oh, the bind hits!
That's a dead sack.
Stupid Crab taking low, the Leandry's burn. It's gonna be enough, and Misty with the binding snipe finds that last kill of the fight. So ultimately, 2-for-3. Crab Esports take the Drake, and Astral Dragons take the fight.
That just hurts my soul. Just that last tick of the Leandris. I have to admit that Crab Esports played this team fight a little uncoordinated. They split themselves up to chase after whoever was positioned in the jungle. I think it was Gelatine Carnage. Yes, he's French now, and I think it was Misty. Meanwhile, Vayne invested all her resources, her ultimate, everything, just to hunt down the Fiora. While I appreciate it, and I hate Fiora with the power of 1,000 Sun, this was not worth it. They should have just turned around and taken the fight in the choke point that was the jungle. Vayne also having way more fun when there's a choke point she can condemn some fools into. Better luck next time.
Yeah.
Oh, Laurent has had enough.
A disconnection happening. Not every day you see that. Looks like as a result of
of my comment. He's had enough.
Well, we saw some vision flashes happen there. It seems like there was a pause and an unpause. That's part of why we do those spectator delays to help buffer that out. Stupid Crab, though, finding the stretching strikes down onto Lauren. His turret very low, but Udyr is in the area. Might be a potential fight. Yeah, they're going to just dissuade that dive from happening. Yeah. That turret will live another day. Big thing I want to touch on, though, we were discussing it a little bit in the pregame. AP Kai'Sa time. This is going to be the Nashor's Tooth into the crown of the Shattered Queen. I'm not going to say whether or not I think the build is good this game, but I do really like the build. I find it incredibly fun. So,
hold up. Do you have information I'm lacking? Because in my point of view, Kai'Sa still has a Mana Moon, some Berserker Greaves, and a Recurve.
Yes, Recurve builds into Nashor's. That is all she builds it into. Do not build Bork on Kai'Sa, please, for the love of God.
Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me with a good time.
So I fully expect this to be this AP Kai'Sa. Very excited to see this. Crown of the Shattered Queen is a very ridiculous item, and especially when you're able to build it third, and with how slow this game has been. Yes, it's been pretty bloody, right? But turrets are all still standing. It's still a slow game.
Also, I'll just leave you to your fantasies. I'll just ignore that the item called Princess Rageblade doesn't exist. But sure. AP Kai'Sa, let's go. Let's go, people.
I don't think it builds out of Recurve anymore. It builds out of its own little item, but
maybe I just played too much TFT. Could also be a possibility.
That sounds about right. The Black Shield getting high value here, though. Stupid Crab gonna find the knock-up regardless. Mogi Fox is gonna flash instantly, but Max is down. A good ultimate from Leona to disengage any further fighting, but an overextension from Max there will result in his own death. And now, with this Drake now spawning in about a minute, first turret of the game finally falling 24 minutes in, that will be picked up by Lauren up in the top half. This should give free setup, though, over to the side of Crab Esports to set up for this Drake and make sure that they are the first ones to this pit.
Also, I admit defeat. Yes, you are right. It is indeed a Nashor's Tooth. As I was saying before, Lauren will probably not attempt to participate in most team fight, if at any, especially after the last game where he took like one person out, and after that got immediately obliterated. He will just stay probably top lane, just try to split push, create some pressure. Meanwhile, we saw exactly what I hoped to see with Janna and Udyr. Yes, Udyr, you are a fast boy, but you can't run away when it comes to Janna. And we are seeing a Fnatic death trap, and Laurent is here to play.
Oh, the Event Horizon lands onto Misty. Stasis is going to come through. The Dark Binding going to go wide. The Primordial Burst as well, not going to find the kill. But a huge fight breaking out. Blame My Crab going to be taken low, going to be taken almost down. The Showstopper, though, not going to be enough. Sweet Crab will be able to just set up this fight, and he does so beautifully. It's a 4-for-0 after what looked to be a very tense start.
This was perfect. I'm actually so surprised my German accent just came out even harder than I attempted to. This was exactly what I was mentioning before when in the first team fight, when there was a split between some getting focused in a choke point and Lauren running back to the lower bottom tower. And now we saw what happened when you just give Vayne the space she needs to just hunt down everybody. A 4-for-0, amazing. Zag also in the thick of it, just absorbing every CC that was thrown at him and living to tell the tale. Actually more than impressive. This is going to boost the tempo of the game significantly, putting more and more pressure on Astral Dragons by now. With how comfortable Crab Esports is sitting at the moment, yeah, Astral Dragons need to find something, find one pick to just get rid of one of the player of Crab Esports before an objective is spawning. Their comp is not designed for team fighting.
We definitely mentioned this during the draft as well, and you mentioned it again just now. They are looking for those picks. They want to be playing to just find one person out of position, blow them up, and just take a numbers advantage for a fight instead. The big thing to note here, as an avid AP Kaisa player, this champion does not come online until at least having that Ludens. Generally, you want to have your mythic item completed, so you want to be at that 3, or not Ludens, sorry, Lost Chapter. You want to be at that 3 item point before you start fighting. However, Stupid Crab gonna jump in. Shirelia's was popped. Magi Carnage will be able to walk away. Nerdmax and Laurent are in the area, though. They might be looking for further fight. They're gonna peel off. But the Event Horizon gonna go wide. Stupid Crab gonna miss the slingshot. Does not find the stretching strike either. I do want to just real quick, before another fight breaks out, before I toss it back to you, mention again, I think just looking for that fight was a little greedy, a little overeager, a little overzealous before your Kai'Sa's really spiked. So I want to see them try to play around letting this Kai'Sa farm, let her get to her 3rd item, and chill. All right, unless there's a fight here, ultimate coming through from both of these champions. Misty gonna just walk away after the Dark Binding lands. Sweet Crab taken to about half HP. Another Tormented Shadow gonna go down. Facebreaker coming through. Magi Carnage in the area. Another E should be coming up from Sweet Crab. Does end up missing out on the true damage from the W, and the auto attack from Misty will pick up the kill. Amp, now it's all you.
I wanna cry so bad. This hurt my soul and existence on a molecular level. I'm actually in pain. Poor Zed got kited to death, but in the very least, he was able to buy as much time as possible to just get a free Baron for now. They may get the passive out of the Crab. Which one is a good question. I'll leave this up to the audience. The death of Zed costs may be a little bit of a problem. What I mean with this is Zed without a Baron, but
oh, the ultimate into the Event Horizon. Jellovon Gelatin, I've been there. That is not fun. Killer Instinct straight into a stun. It is awful. It feels really bad.
At least they delayed the back a little bit. I also want to point out how Sweet Crab has been building his items. He got himself a Ravenous Hydra. I'm not quite sure if I approve of this item, just for the reason being that the HP scaling from Seth in combination with Titanic,
it's just so good.
It's a little bit more efficient.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not my first choice. And I also think he might have reconsidered while he was standing contemplating life while Misty was just running circles around him. Should I really have bought those Ninja Tabis? Maybe I should have gone for Mercury Threads.
Yeah, definitely a few things we can look at in terms of itemization going forward. But with this Mountain Drake spawning in 45 seconds, sole point for the side of Crab Esports. They're sitting pretty. They're sitting about 2,000 gold in the lead. Towers seem to be pretty even. Unfortunately, we don't have that fancy little counter anymore, but it is 3-2 if you count on the mini-map. So it's a pretty even map state, all things considered. But with Lauren topside, no response available from Astral Dragon's top laner. Set coming through mid lane right now. If you are taking the reset, and this should just be a beautiful bait for this Drake.
What? I'm actually not quite sure what is going on. As I said before...
Final hour is popped. Forces the flash out from Max. Dark Binding gonna go wide.
Okay, that's a free ultimate. I'm not quite sure what... Oh my god, Misty?
Yeah, Misty finds the engage down onto Sweet Crab, but the flash forward from Magi as well, and that Max is going to fall in the backside. This fight is so split up, and the ultimate from Set does not find anyone, but it doesn't matter. Stupid Crab jumping in finds just a dumpster onto Jello Von Gelatin. Now Misty going to fall to Tilted Crab. Mountain Soul should be free for Crab Esports at this point. Zach's going to go clear that, and it looks like 3 members from their team are going to go siege this tier 2 in the mid side as well.
Good God, this team had a family. There's no sugarcoating it. What was the game plan here? Yes, they caught out a Set. I repeat, they caught out a Set. This was probably not the best move, especially because I don't think they had vision anywhere about where anybody was from Crab Esports. Maybe a little bit of tilt, maybe a little bit of pressure just going all the way. I think they got Set's flash in exchange for 4 bodies.
Yeah. Well, not even just that. So they engage it, right? And then you see Morgana get the Soul Shackles off, force the Set flash out, disengage the fight. Right after the Soul Shackles lands the stun, Magi Carnage flashing forward, trying to commit, and there is no one available for the rest of the team. Yeah, Moki just going to have to flash away, but it was a little discoordinated from the side of Astral Dragons, and I think Crab Esports just punishing it beautifully.
Oh yes, they definitely are playing this on a very punishing scale. Of course, they're also making a few mistakes here and there. As said, I'm sadly going to be still riding around on that first team fight, but they learned from their mistake. Big respect. But now things are getting interesting. Are they trying to force down mid lane? They are trying to force down mid lane.
Call. Teleport coming in from Sweet Crab. Magi Carnage is going to be taken in with the Showstopper, but the Set gets stunned up, will be able to find the Facebreaker. Doesn't stun, but finds the Haymaker. The true damage coming through, doing so much work, and Stupid Crab finding their 5th kill of this game with that killing spree in the mid side. And now it's a 5 versus 3 on the map. Stupid Crab jumping in again and just doing Zach things, sitting around.
No respect for that
Sweet Crab just going to get stunned up here by the Udyr, but he's going to end up falling instantly. Stupid Crab finds the kill. Objective bounty picked up by Fiora in the top lane. The T2 will end up falling up there. And it looks like Lauren just trying to commit for the base race, but you do not win this against 5. And it looks like this should just be game 1 going over to Crab Esports.
Yeah, they will... I highly doubt that the respawn of Carnage and Gelatin will do anything, but that actually might help them because
Lauren
they
is
are overcommitting.
Back. Sweet Crab will find the stun down onto Leona. Moki Fox going to be taken low. The Showstopper will find one, but it's a 1-for-1 thus far in the fight. Tilted Crab going to get stunned up, will be taken low. The Solar Flare comes through as well, but the Void Seeker goes wide. Tilted Crab still almost full HP. No Nexus Towers left alive. Stupid Crab going to be taken low. Shutdown picked up here by Misty. Moki Fox and Blame My Crab super low. Another Void Seeker is going to go wide here from Jello Von Gelatin, and it looks like Crab Esports are actually going to back off a little over eager and playing a little too greedily for some of that KDA, as we call it, and they do end up having to back off for the time being.
I don't even know where I want to start. They could have ended the entire game right here, right now, but they didn't decide to do so, which is more than beyond me. They had everything they needed. They just had to ignore the Morgana, who stalled enough for Kai'Sa to respawn, Leona to respawn, and just get rid of everybody. And as you have proclaimed, the crown of the Shattered Queen hath been put on the head of the queen, I think.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
Kai'Sa got shattered a few times this game.
Unfortunately, at this point, I'm not sure if this is really going to be the turning point for Jello Von Gelatin. This is when this champion is fully online as the AP Kai'Sa. It's when you really are able to just shoot out a bunch of W's and pray that it does a decent amount of damage. But Baron has been secured. Udyr going to get stunned up here by Sweet Crab. And yeah, you can see these Void Seekers can land. They can hit pretty hard. But when you're hitting the Set, who's full HP with a Mountain Soul, it's not going to do as much as it would have, 10, 15 minutes ago. So just a little unfortunate for Jello Von Shelaton at this point. Stretching Strike's going to land, going to proc that Crown of the Shattered Queen as well, and this should just be the push in for the base, although Tilted Crab is dealing with Lauren in the bottom side, so maybe a little worrisome of a fight. Ult coming in from Set. Sweet Crab going to miss this, the face breaker, but the haymaker lands. Stupid Crab finds the kill down on to this Kaisa. No crown to keep you alive this time. Misty going to be taken low as well. Medjai's going to fall to Moki. Fox finds the second kill of the fight, but the riposte coming through. Sweet Crab going to be taken low. Lauren trying to get the heal from the Grand Challenge will be able to do so. Finds the kill. It's a 1-for-1 there, but now it's just that Nerd Max, a low HP Nexus. The Nexus will fall. Vayne nowhere to be found, but it does not matter. Crab Esports picking up game 1 after 36.5 minutes. The damage charts from that game. Vayne did the most damage on the winning team with a pretty decent, 23.8k over the course of a 36.5-minute game. Sure, that's fine. Morgana was the highest in the game with 44.5k. That is ridiculous. And I understand, you're hitting a bunch of tanks with a Leandry's champ, sure. But even still, that is insane amounts of damage coming out from what, I don't want to say what looked lackluster, but I think it looked under the radar for that damage output.
I immediately want to take this away. Let's go to total damage to objectives, because people love looking at total damage to champions, but champions kills don't win games.
Truth.
You can be 100 to 0, but you could still lose. And Vayne was doing Vayne things. She shredded every objective on the map. I think she took first tower from blue side and just helped take every big objective after the second break. So I have to go in defense this game. Yes, congratulations to Misty. You did most damage. Sadly, you still lost the game.
Yeah, well...
Also, now that I just realized, what? Is that a Randuin's Omen on a Vayne?
Oh yeah, that happens.
Kog'Maw just put on some new clothes. He was like, yeah, you know what?
People have been building defensive on Vayne for 5th or 6th item all the time. I'm not too surprised by that, but we are going to take a short break as we hop into just a little bit of a lobby setup period before we get onto Game 2 between Astral Dragons and Crab Esports. Astral Dragons backs against the walls, need to pull out a win in the second game to take us to that Game 3, and Crab Esports looking to call it a night pretty early on. We will be right back after this. welcome back everybody to game number 2 between Astral Dragons and Crab Esports here, Style Esports Season 10. After a very back and forth early game 1, we saw Crab Esports coming out with the win. Pretty long game as well, even if I think we both would say it was a slow game to start out. Definitely accelerated as the game progressed. Already into the pick ban though, and the first major change I see, Zach being banned by the Dragons and the Crabs banning out the Morgana.
I think they both learned their lessons in those games, but I still doubt that I'm going to get my Urgot. So yeah. I'm just actually, before starting talking, I'm just going to have my eyes peeled on that last ban from Astral Dragons, now playing blue side instead of red side, and they leave up the Crab God because they hate the Vega more. Probably an answer ban due to Astral Dragons banning out the Morgana. No, Crab Esports banning out the Morgana. Astral Dragons was like, you know what, sure, we'll just take your hard scaling option away and now play a little bit different. Speaking of playing a little bit different, what are we going to get from the letter A? Yeah. My answer is probably all of them.
Interested to see what the first pick here from Astral Dragons will be.
I'm actually hoping for Braum. Braum is never a bad pick.
First pick scares me though, and they're gonna lock it in. But there's a lot of support matchups that feel pretty good into Braum. Looking at Thresh, looking at Rakan, for example. Enchanters also tend to do pretty well into him, so you're definitely opening yourself up to a lot of counter pick potential.
That is indeed true, but it also frees up the tank role for the top laner, and I think even for the jungler. With, speaking of Enchanter, there's Tanami.
Well, alright. Well, that's an interaction.
Come on, Lucian. Now I want to see the Lucian, and I just want to see bot lane go to town. Yeah. But I highly doubt it, because not everybody likes to play Lucian. I don't like to play him either. Why? Because I can't play him. Also, I'm a top lane main, ranged top lane.
Hey. I play Lucian top, so I don't want to talk about it. Akshan gonna be locked in. I don't think I've casted this champion yet. Very excited to see. Big thing to note, and I do want to touch on this interaction real quick. Braum actually does fairly well into Nami, because you can put up your wall, and her bubble and her ult both get blocked by it. Granted, it will still knock up the Braum, but the rest of your team is just kind of chilling behind you. They don't really care. Akshan locked in is going to be a fun one, and now Trist, a very explosive bot lane combination between Trist and Braum.
Yeah, huge synergy between them. If they hit level 2 first, and Nami and whoever the ADC is going to be are not standing 60 feet away from them, they will get first blood, first tower, first nexus, and will just steamroll from there. Why do I say this? Reason is very simple. They are running it back in the top lane. Now, that is not the reason, but we are seeing another Fiora. Reason is Tristana probably going to take Hail of Blades, proccing Proms. Yeah, proccing Proms passive instantly, turning even people Scottish, and we got the Crab God. I am ready for my crab hunts, because I already spent them all in the pre-game lobby. Cheers, love.
Oh my gosh. I'm not ready for this at all.
No, you're not. Nobody is.
Fiora blind, always concerning, but actually has a fairly decent time into the Urgot matchup. Post level 6, it's still fine. You can just repost the Fear Beyond Death. Granted, you want to try to save it for the Disdain flip, especially early on, because that is where a lot of this Urgot's early potency can come from. But interested to see how this top lane matchup plays out. I want to also just focus in a little more onto this Akshan pick. I'm assuming it's going mid lane. However, I know a few people, myself included, who love playing this champion as an AD carry, and paired with Nami, that can be absolutely disgusting.
I actually am not that much acquainted with Akshan outside his normal lane, that is the mid lane, and even sometimes in the top lane. How popular is he in the bot lane? Is he like a very prominent pick?
I know like 3 people who play him, myself being one of them, but maybe I'll make that. Maybe this game will make that number 4. Maybe Tilted Crab has a pocket Akshan. We'll have to see with the Kiana ban. I'm assuming it's actually going to be Akshan mid, but again, we'll have to see how that all plays out. Olaf Vi also taken off the table, so 2 Again, really strong skirmishing, heavy junglers. Vex going to be banned away. So this kind of signals Astral Dragons might think this Akshan is going into that AD carry role, assuming that we'll see a mid laner here, or sorry, a jungler here rather, to maintain that flexibility. Poppy locked in, that checks out for me.
Yep, sir. I'm pretty sure this action is going ADC, because if he goes mid lane, they would have to pick an AP carry. I mean, of course, Syndra and Ziggs are still, despite their nerfs. Syndra even got a buff. Yeah. Quite strong as AP carries, but I haven't seen Tilted Crab play any AP carries. That may be because the... Trundle. That is weird, to be completely honest. Okay, I can maybe understand if it in the case that it goes against the Poppy. Before that... we have a Cassiopeia.
I was going to bring this up.
Very ugly.
If this was an Akshan mid you were looking at, to me, this game is one where you want to probably be running something like a Cassiopeia AD carry. I think that would be a very big pickup. Again, provided you're looking at Akshan mid, right? So not only is this just a strong pick with the team that Astral Dragons have drafted, with what they are looking to do, with even it just against Crab Esports, it's also kind of a denial pick. And Lux locked in. Okay, I've played Lux AD carry. It could still be Lux AD carry. Don't do that into Trist Braum. I've done it recently. It's fun, but not into Braum. Don't. Recommendation: don't pick it into Braum. So it should be an Akshan Nami bot, but we will have to see.
I would say that the Lux as an answer into the Cassiopeia is actually very good. Very, very good, very, very juicy, very, very spicy.
Yes.
Why? Cassiopeia wants to do consistent damage. She wants to just, well, melt you, while Lux will just laser beam you. Lux need to catch you out once after level 6, and she will turn you into dust. I like actually really much what both teams are drafting, but in the first overall overview of everything I'm looking at, I think Astral Dragons actually have the better team composition. They have a Braum as an engage, they have a Trundle as an engage, and if they don't find any team fight possibilities, they can just let the Fiora split push and put pressure everywhere on the map and just have action on the other side of the map as long as Fiora is having teleport. Meanwhile, Crab Esports has, how shall I say it, more of what Astral Dragon had last time. Yes, the team fight is okay, but they are more of a pick comp. Nami Bubble, Poppy, Heroic Charge, Lux Q, I don't need to say more. Urgot E. Every type of skill that is good to catch you out. Still not quite sure how this is going to go.
Yeah, these fights will definitely feel touch and go. I think that is pretty definitive, to say the least. I think when you look at something like Trundle Cassio, when you're looking across the boards, you see Urgot, Poppy, and Lux. These fights are going to be on a knife's edge up until they aren't. And I know that sounds like, well, yeah, no duh. But the second that knife ends up on one end, it's going to keep going that way until the game ends, I feel.
It's going to be a game of who makes the first mistake. When I say mistake, I don't mean a major minimum mistake, for example, using your one skill at the wrong time and then not having it up for a later engage. I mean literally a first 3-man wipe and the money just being distributed on one side of the team. Because if you look at Astral Dragon, besides Braum, everybody on Astral Dragon can use an extra buck. On Crab Esports side, Poppy and Nami with a little bit of extra income, yeah, is nice, but that's not who you want to have money on. Except for if Stupid Crab goes the Takano Yaiba route, shout out on Reddit, and just goes fully felty Poppy. Please don't do that, you would lose your main engage. While I appreciate myself some spicy macaronis, Poppy, with that Duskblade, not this game. There's too much on the line and you have a Fiora with riposte.
Yeah, I do want to draw your attention to this beautiful thing, though, specifically with Jungle Poppy. A lot of jungle poppies will build into bruiser builds, Divine Sunderer, Sterax, etc. As opposed to top lane, where sometimes you'll see them opt into the Sunfire Capes and the Fimble Winters, and those builds are boring.
Boring!
And a big thing to note as well is with the Poppy pick, you always look at how useful is Steadfast Presence going to be. Triss Jump, Fiora Q, there is so, like, just those two things are massive at shutting down what a possible fight from Astral Dragons could be.
I have actually to agree. I completely forgot that this skill existed.
Yeah. As a Kalista player, I don't forget ever.
Oh, so you're one of those free Kalista players, like, still in existence.
Yeah. I play Auction
How
AD
is it
carry,
to be as
Kalista.
forgotten as you are?
Oh, wow. Well, I was an older got main, so, you know, really forgotten. But I'm interested to see how useful Stupid Crab will be on this Poppy. I think last time around on the Zac, the early game was a little rough, a little hairy, but once we got into the mid-late game fights, it looked lights out for that champion.
Yeah, I have to admit, the roles look very much reversed from last time. Trundle and, as said, Max and the rest of his crew way stronger in terms of team fight. But in the meantime, Crab Esports more strong on the pick side. Poppy a little stronger early game when it comes to, like, small skirmishes with up to 3 players. Trundle just going to beat everybody to death until level 11 when he starts falling.
And that's the hope, right? You hope this Trundle can get off the ground early. You hope that by the time he's starting to fall off a little bit, he's just able to subjugate out the Poppy. Make sure that this Poppy's a little less tanky. Potentially, you could even do it to Urgot, right? So, interested to see. Depends on the game state. Depends on how fed people are, right? But whoever is it'll be one of those 2 targets he's probably looking to use that ultimate on. But we'll have to see. Very explosive game in front of us. We said it the last time too, though, and definitely it was a slower one than I think both of us were expecting. We'll have to see if this time around both these teams look for a little more tempo pushing in the early game, or if we're going to have a repeat of game 1, as you say. But we are going to take a short break before we hop on to the Rift. Game 2, Astral Dragons looking to push this to the 3rd game of the night, and Crab Esports looking to go home after 1. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody, to Game 2 between Astral Dragons and Crab Esports. After Crab's taken a back-and-forth game 1 up until it wasn't a back-and-forth game any longer, I'm interested to see how this one plays out off the back of this Poppy jungle. I personally think this is where a lot of the attention should be focused. But if we want to talk about focusing attention, Amp, tell me about the item that you are concerned with at the time, or at this moment in time.
Lux, why the hell are you buying a support item in mid lane? We are not back in Season 9. While I appreciate the hustle and throwing back nostalgia, why on God's green earth are you buying a support item that doesn't even proc when there's not an ally nearby? Lux is going to be way behind in terms of money, or she will probably just reset, sell it, and get herself a Doran's ring. Or maybe Monkeyfox is about to make Faker look like a 6-year-old. I honestly am fine with everything, just not fine with that way too early War in the Brush. Yes, speaking of early shenanigans,
Tilted Crab and Blame My Crab gonna find the E down from the auction. Getting a decent trade, but the Unbreakable coming through, and Name gonna be able to just, you know, walk on out of there. A few things to note as well. Some roster swaps happening in this game, and by some, I just mean the one. Name coming in for the support role. Medjai going to be moving into the 80 carry slot, so...
we do not have any more gelatine left, my French friend.
Was rather unfortunate to see. That was such a fun name as well, but
yeah,
we'll have to see.
We suddenly had the bot lane from Quebec.
Interested to see, though, Poppy already clearing out towards this bottom jungle, anticipating then that this means we're going to see a lot of action happening in the bottom lane. Again, we'll see what ends up happening overall. Max is going to disconnect. I'm assuming he reconnects. But
we're also getting some crab facts by action. Crab facts. Crab can walk in all directions. What? Because. Alright, apparently we're still having some Frenchness, but honestly, Tilted Crab, if you're seeing this after the game, please share your wisdom with us. We would very much appreciate it. But so far, nothing really happening. Everything is going clean, is going standard. We have our junglers cleaning in the opposite direction, so no early brawls happening just like it did before. Urgot, meanwhile... a little bit slow on the pushing. He knows something is up, but he can't point any of his 6 legs on it. He's just trying to build up a wave, get himself a good early reset, pulling a little bit the poor Loran.
Yeah.
Just having a good time.
And this is part of the issue with the Urgot in the early game. If you path away from him, he's going to push out early, like almost certainly. The shotgun legs do a lot of work for helping your push in your lane. So smartly, intelligently rather, taking a reset here and saying, okay, I know Trundle should be pathing topside, will not be able to get anything on me. I'm not here to get anything off of, so really like this call. Gets the early reset off. I believe people still call them cheater recalls. Really, really big for this Urgot.
Max, in the meantime, just checking how things are going. Putting down a ward, seeing, oh, no red buff. That means that Poppy's probably bot side. But Poppy is already 5 dimensions ahead. Already back into the fray with a longsword and some of them Gucci boots. I wish I had boots like that.
Blame My Crab just barely missing out on a lot of these Aqua Prisons so far in the bottom lane. The explosive charge comes through from Medjai, but it's not going to be a ton. The Q coming out from Akshan as well. We'll find the Electrocute proc because that's how the Nami Electrocute interaction works. But Trundle has showed up in the bot side. Name is going to just look for the engage. Akshan swinging forward, takes the alcove swing out. The exhaust comes down as well. Beautiful angle on that grapple from Tilted Crab. Not sure if it was intentional. Might have been a lucky accident, but yeah, nobody knows what Akshani does. I swear.
Perfectly. He got the heal out of the Tristana. So in the next case of an all-in fight, things might get a little bit dicey. But so far, things are not dicey. Things are very quiet. Until Stupid Crab maybe comes up bot side. Nope. She realized nothing is mattering. She'll just drop a ward and go back home.
Big thing to note as well, Monkeyfox did sell the support item, has the Doran's Ring, has the Sapphire Crystal. I always forget what that's called because it's not tier. I just always call it tier. But
it's a Sapphire Crystal and the Doran's Ring.
Yeah. I always call Sapphire Crystal tier. I don't know why. They just look the same to me. I know they aren't. Casio has a tier.
Rice main when nobody is looking.
I don't play a ton of Rice. Listen, I have at least M3 on every champ in this game. I'm not happy about it. But Blame My Crab gonna be engaged on a little bit here. Explosive Charge coming down. But again, the big thing with these Nami lanes, she has a lot of sustain. Braum has none of that in comparison, right? He's just got the potions. He's just got the relic. He cannot heal his AD carry if there's a bad trade coming through. So we'll have to see. The light binding gonna go wide. The pillar coming through as well. Moki Fox trying to flash away, but the flash chomp comes through as well. And first blood going over to Misty. And the 1v1, 1v2 mid, I suppose.
Yeah, that's a very spicy 1v1, my friend. Speaking of 1v1s, there are spicy both.
Oh, Blame My Crab going to be stunned up here, but Tilted Crab will end up picking up the kill onto Name in the beginning of this fight. Magi Carnage going to flash away. No grapple available for Akshan, but it does not matter. The Electrocute proc finding the kill for Blame My Crab, but now the Fear Beyond Death finding the kill mid-side off of that TP from Sweet Crab earlier on. A very big set of kills to come back over, and this feels a little reminiscent of the last game, just, again, on the opposite side of the map. Last time around, it was Crabs taking an early first blood, it felt like, and then Astral find 3 kills, take a Drake, and then they're sitting pretty, but now it's the other way around.
Yeah, you search your feelings. You ever sense deja vu?
A little bit.
I actually love what's also happened in the mid lane. Moki Fox rotating, but he set himself up a nice freeze, denying Cassiopeia cannon minion. Actually, not sure if this was intentional or not, but I'm just happy that happens. I'm a big nerd when it comes to lane management. Doesn't mean I'm good in it, but I'm just happy it happens.
All right, as a Sivir player, push wave, run away.
Yeah, Sivir wins game as soon as she hits 250 CS.
Yeah.
I think that's a meme from like back when Sivir was in 2013.
Oh, I was thinking 2015, Season 5. Those were the memes then, too.
We still hate to love this game. I know what I said.
I love Sivir.
Me on Reddit.
No Sivir this game, unfortunately. But interested to see, again, Akshan getting off the ground early. I think we've all experienced this in our games recently as well. When this champion gets a lead, he can be very, very scary to try and shut down. So, Tilted Crab starting 1-0-1. Granted, down a little bit of farm, but it's not really all that impactful when he's got this much of an advantage. Has the Noon Quiver, has the extra boots. Sure, the dagger is traded on both sides, but also the additional D-Blade, a little extra healing, a little extra health, and a little extra damage. Might just be enough, I think, for Tilted Crab to really start taking over the spot lane.
Yeah, Tilted Crab is definitely ahead because Carnage sold his D-Blade. I think he had a D-Blade, or...
Might have done the longsword start, but...
Oh yeah, okay, it was a longsword start, so... Might as well just be. But Tilted Crab is just going to tilt everybody on the enemy team. Meanwhile, in mid lane, we have a sense of... deja vu. But this time, Moki hit her Q. So everything is fine. Everything is sunny dory until Lux decides to change one of her personalities. But so far, not much happening. I mean, despite 4 kills in less than 10 minutes, but still.
Well, yeah, and we saw this last game as well. The kill count was high, but a lot of the map objectives just seemed very slow to start. It seemed like there was a lot more focus elsewhere, but Ultimate coming out with the tidal wave. Name is going to get tagged up by the bubble, though, going to be taken low. The Unbreakable did unfortunately go the wrong way, and Stupid Crab will find their first kill of the game with that Sheen on this Poppy. Doing fairly well for themselves. Misty did teleport down, but will unfortunately not be able to get anything off of it.
Well, Braum stepped a little bit too close to the fish girl. Paid with his life for it, so I'm not that familiar with how Electrocute is working on Nami. For the reason being that I haven't seen her in quite some time. Does that mean with her E, the tidal wave, when she supports one of her teammates and the teammates gets like the extra AP, it also triggers the
So when it
eats
the E for the extra damage, it counts as one of the 3 necessary procs for electrocute.
So, top lane, but I get spicy.
Sweet Crab, gonna get canceled out by the pillar. Beautifully played. The Grand Challenge has been issued by Lauren, who will find it, will pick up the kill. That Nerd Max gonna just secure that one with a few autos. Already has the Tiamat, has those boots as well on the Trundle. So early game going fairly well for him.
I'm enjoying the show. As soon as the talk gets a little bit stale, suddenly we are having a brawl. Everybody's having a laugh. Despite how
Max pops the pillar, but will get stunned up against the wall. Steadfast Presence coming out, but yeah, just a little too much move. Wait, what? The Lux ult hits. Elevation difference, I suppose, but that Nerd Max had the flash. I don't think he thought it was gonna hit either. And a very, very big kill for Stupid Crab to pick up. Yeah, I'm with you there. That, I think that literally was just the elevation difference. I've been seeing that so much more recently.
That was literal pixel difference.
Oh,
maybe if we could like get a 3D camera, we could see that Max was standing on a stone, and that gave him like half an inch of height.
So if it was fired from the river is like lower in the like it actually is a different elevation, so you end up with some different I don't want to say angles, but
elevation.
Yeah, the elevation changes like make it so all of the effects are a little offset. It's really weird to play around, but when that happens to you, that in your games, now you know.
It feels bad, man.
It does feel really bad, but
just like this,
the charge coming
also
through.
Feels bad.
Max gonna get tagged up by the bubble here. The Akshan E coming through as well. The flash just a little too late, but Tilted Grab finds the kill. Mid side as well. Another quick pickup on it to Misty, but Name is gonna be tagged up, will be charged up, will not find the wall, but the comeuppance coming through will be canceled out by that Buster shot. Braum super low, not a ton of HP
Don't get
left.
greedy, crap. Don't get greedy, crap.
And that will
Don't
be
be shellfish.
it. But a quick 2 for 0 overall, and granted, 1 kill was in the mid lane, but it's still 2 quick kills going over to the Crabs, and they are just accelerating their gold lead once again.
Yeah, they were all on their shell phones, ready for communication. Okay, I'm stopping now. I know you're not getting paid enough for enduring all.
Guys, I asked them not to do this as much. I promise. It's not my fault.
I mean, hey, to be honest, we are like 1 hour 10 minutes into the stream, and I think it's fair for me to make some crap buns.
Yeah, I mean, I cannot argue with that. But this time around, we will be seeing a new rift. It will not be the Mountain Soul that we had last time around. We will now instead see the Ocean Soul. And I'm interested as to your thoughts on this, but Fiora, Trundle, Cassio, Urgot, Poppy, and Akshan with an Ocean Soul all absolutely terrify me.
Everybody in League of Legends is terrifying with an Ocean Soul. Have you ever seen an Ornn with an Ocean Soul?
Okay, well, yeah, anything that's a frontliner with an Ocean Soul is disgusting, I promise. I know that much.
People are literally crying in tears when they're fighting like a Mundo, and they can't deal more damage than he's regenerating when he's ulting. I assure you, what's worse than this is an Ornn, not even with a Yuumi or anything, just an Ornn with an Ocean Soul who is just healing through your damage because he thought, yeah, you know what's funny? Spirit Visage.
Yeah. Thankfully.
Yes, based on true stories, and yes, I was sad Ornn. I'm also seeing sad things in the top lane. That crab is dead.
Yeah, Sweet Crab is gonna be engaged on here, but I don't think the side of Astral Dragons really wants this. Max is running the wrong way, nowhere to go. Oh my god, the hammer straight into Moki Fox as well. Beautifully played by Stupid Crab, using the Keeper's Verdict in a way you don't see too frequently, but beautiful nonetheless.
I also want to point out that Lux survived the last tick of damage by the Cassiopeia. This game is wild. As I said it before, NA is just built different.
Oh my. Yeah, but this will, again, keep this gold lead kind of stagnant, actually, all things considered. But the teleport coming in bot side.
Oh, dear.
The grapple comes through as well. The flash from Medjai, but the E-flash will not land from Sweet Crab. Beautiful ultimate coming out from Name as well on the Braum, trying to do something. Does not find the Q for Akshan. Comeuppance coming through, but yeah, with the Unbreakable, with the tower, this Braum is not in any danger. Sweet Crab going to be taken low. Oh, the heal just barely keeping Urgot alive through the Kraken Slayer auto. Misty with the flash QE will find the kill. The ground coming through as well. A beautiful ultimate on top of it finds another, and it's 2 for 0 in the bottom lane. Actually, 3 for 0, all things said and done. But it does result in the trade of the Herald, I believe, taking a turret up in the top side. So, not too bad. It's still rough, don't get me wrong, but still getting something back.
Question, why would you TP bot lane when you don't have an ultimate, Urgot? Just a...
Oh, Tidal Wave comes through the charge.
Just thinking about it.
Yeah. Crab picking up a kill on the overextension.
Meanwhile, Poppy, return kill. So how was your day?
Poppy jungle, man. This every time I see it, I'm like, I don't know. Every time, like, whenever I play it, it feels pretty bad. But every time I see it, it just pops off. Like, it's so nice.
Yeah.
So very interested to see how this will progress as the game continues. But Tilted Crab is in the area. Granted, only his team knows that. Max is there as well. Reset coming through from Lauren.
Urgot canceled the TP. Oh.
Yeah, okay. No reset there. Does opt into the Titanic Hydra, so interested to see if this will be the Titanic Frozen Fist build. Iceborne Frostfire Gauntlet is what it's called now.
We're just giving that gauntlet by Ornn all the titles.
It's, oh, well, alright. It's changed names like all the time. But we'll have to see what the build path will be. I personally would be a fan of it. It gives you another source of a front line. And I don't think there's a ton of ways to get through it.
You go again.
But Sweet Crab in the area, just going to hit the Unbreakable Shield and walk away. Drake spawning here in 44 seconds. 4 members mid for the side of the Crabs.
Yeah, and no wave to kind of push the tower, push down the tower. I highly doubt that they will be able to take down this tower, at least this round. Just for the reason being, although,
Oh, the light binding lands. Unbreakable Shield will go up just to dissuade a little more damage, but yeah, the turret does end up falling. So now that is the second turret of the game for the Crabs. The Drake spawning now in 13. Trundle, Cassio in the area, Braum and Trist as well. Fiora starting to run down. Another light binding lands, but the Unbreakable Shield will be enough to just walk away. However,
all the major ultimates are up from everybody. Everybody is in the area, but as far as I know, blue side does not have vision of the area, so they would have to go in blind into this. I don't think you want to go blind into a light binding, but they are still going to take it.
Light binding comes through, Glacial Fissure as well. Tidal Wave knocks up onto 3. Ultimate from Lux will go wide. The ground coming through from the Cassio, but now Sweet Crab is in the middle of 5. Nowhere to go. Lauren finds that first kill of the fight. Stupid Crab going to be ignited, taken low. Winter's Bite comes through. Stupid Crab going to have to flash away. Lauren trying to run that down, but Blame My Crab getting run down as well by Misty. Will find the kill with the E. Lauren still running this fight down. Tilted Crab, though, gonna get tagged up by the poison from Misty as well. It's a double kill for this Cassio. Make it a triple, and it's a 5 for 0 ace for the side of Astral Dragons. They find themselves their first strike of the game. They find themselves a massive fight win, and now they're gonna be pushing down mid T1 and bot T2.
We have a reverse case of last game. Last game, Crab Esports had like a phenomenal, and that's a wasted teleport, and a wasted life.
Yeah, teleport does complete the channel. 2 turrets still end up falling, but yeah, definitely agree with you.
Not
a great TP usage.
Not worth. Maybe it's just a flex. Maybe Argo's like, I don't need this TP. I just need you to get these shotgun knees. Anyhow, as I was mentioning before during the draft, the team fighting of Astral Dragons is phenomenal. They are way stronger in a team fight in terms of consistent damage. Like the complete opposite on what Crab Esports has. Esports has, they have the ability to catch out somebody. The thing is, as we have seen so far, Astral Dragons do not... Astral Dragons are some type of dragons who are not going in a pack with less than 3 people. Except for Misty, and I have the feeling Misty is about to catch these hands. I'm pretty sure she's about to catch these hands.
Although, might be able to trade this back. We'll find one kill, but yeah, okay, Akshan Res comes through, so you get the gold for the kill, but Urgot's back on the map.
Yeah, but I'm honestly quite sure Misty is fine with this, because the faster Cassiopeia is scaling, the faster Cassiopeia is scaling.
Yes.
I don't think I need to tell anybody how scary Cassiopeia just is. I can't fight her. I can't deal with her. Why? Because I'm just not good with mages, except for Azir. Just don't question me why. But so far, despite the phenomenal fight that just happened in the mid game, things are still quite even. I'm not quite
Crab
sure
getting
how
jumped
on.
Oh, Magi.
Who was the NA player again who got caught out by an Ezreal when he like?
Oh, are we talking about Sven? I think you're talking about Sven.
I'm not that good with name. I think we're. Yeah.
He Ezreal eat into a Skarner and no vision. Yeah, it happens.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. We're talking exactly about the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm not good
definitely
with names,
a
but
little.
That was a sin.
that was a little eager, over aggressive, overzealous. But
Eager has such a bad meaning. I would just say ambitious. Limit testing.
That's a good word.
Limit testing. I mean, maybe limit testing into 3 people is a bit of an audacious task, but who knows?
I would even just say limit testing when you're down 0-1 in a series is a bold move. But nonetheless, Magi does go for the hero play, does not quite find it. And now Lauren, oh my gosh. Final Spark comes through, riposte as well. Yeah, there was no threat of Fiora dying, but it does burn the riposte, so not too surprised there.
It also proves what I was saying before when it comes to catching out. Lauren was like full HP, duh. He got caught once.
Ooh, Misty gonna sidestep the Keeper's Verdict. Stupid Crab gonna have to run away. Light Binding is gonna go wide. Pillar coming through. Name is gonna get tagged up by the bubble. Winter's Bite goes wide, so this should just be people walking away from this fight. I want your thoughts here, Amp, on something. I know you mentioned you're a top laner.
Yes.
You don't play a ton of AD. What are your thoughts on the Collector second coming out for Tilted Crab? I'm not a fan, but I want to hear what you think. Never mind. Yeah, Ultimate coming out from Cassio. Tilted Crab getting run down by Laurent. In the meantime, has to flash away. Riposte comes through as well. The comeuppance coming through on top of it. Is it going to be enough? It will be, and the 1v1 goes over to the 80 carry of the Crabs. Drake spawning in 47. I'm sure I'll get your answer eventually, but so much fighting just happening all of a sudden.
Build different. To answer your question, I actually really hate the Collector. He's very fun in certain situations.
Oh, the flash forward into the pillar. The Winter Spike going to go wide. The ultimate from Sweet Crab will not be enough quite yet. Max is going to be taken low. Pops the Subjugate. Will be taken down. Blame My Crab finds that kill, but it's a 1-for-1. Akshan still pushing top. It's a 3v3 at this point for these 2 teams. We'll have to see if anything breaks out, but I don't know if you want to be walking into a Cassio. We saw what happened last time.
Don't play it slow. Just let Akshan push, take top tower. Just create pressure, confuse him. I'm dead serious. Not like this.
Yeah, just walking a little too far forward. That doesn't belong to you.
When I said playing it slow, I meant it literally, not figuratively.
Ultimate, teleport rather, coming out from Sweet Crab. And I actually really dislike this, but I guess it's to try and get your AD carry out, let him reset, get to the Drake. Still just a little much, I think. You could have just started walking maybe. She sees you walking up and backs off. I think he might have been out regardless, but nonetheless, playing it a little cautiously, definitely can respect that.
And I also want to say again, why would you teleport when you don't have your ultimate? Maybe in the heat of the moment I can understand it, but as we are currently with Urgot having
might
Titanic
be caught here, will be stunned. Okay, this is just dirty. Yeah.
This is exactly what I mean with getting caught out.
However, this does result in the second Drake going over to Astral Dragons. They will be trying to trade it for the Baron for Crabs, but I don't know if they have enough damage to get through it. However, it looks like
they
definitely do now. There's just no response. I expected there to be some sort of run-up, but Cassio resetting, Trundle going to clear the Krugs. They seem to not know this is happening. Baron is now free for a trade. Definitely feels fine. A little concerning to see 2 Ocean Drakes going over to the Dragons at this point, but not the end of the world when you trade a Baron for it.
Yeah, I can maybe understand it, but in terms of Drakes, as far as we are looking at it now, I'm pretty sure that Crab Esports were aware that they can just trade it.
Yes.
Also, after they saw that they just caught up and absolutely deleted Laurent, just like the comp is meant to be. 4 members were top. I don't think that Astral Dragons knew that there were 4 people top, to be completely honest. So they might actually just have thought, okay, we got caught out by Lux and Poppy, but they didn't but they may not have seen the Urgot.
No, they definitely saw Urgot. Urgot was the one who saw Fiora.
Okay.
So
maybe my camera was a little bit too slow.
It definitely just seems like a misplay or a miscall from the side of the Dragons, but now we see Stupid Crab going to jump forward, finds the ground onto the Trist. Keeper's Verdict as well, the flash coming out, the Tidal Wave, the Fear Beyond Death finds the kill onto the Braum, paying for his 80 carry's life as one support would normally do. That will be just the 1 for 0, the Siege coming through, but you're trying to siege against Cassio Trist, not going to go too well for you. Akshan trying to split against the Trundle for the time being as Poppy just takes away the jungle. But now Max has found the Poppy. Shouldn't be any fighting happening here. Should just be the clear out of the Vision. Urgot going to go match the Fiora. And now we're going to see what looks to be a 2-2-1 for the time being.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's actually very interesting to look at because in a direct skirmish, things are not going to look very up. Laurent actually can win this fight. I am not sure why he's so scared, because he just queued the Urgot once and basically just deleted half his health. Laurent, as I said, Laurent can just destroy the Urgot, just push in and pressure off Crab Esports. And yeah, if they just push Tristana mid and Cassiopeia top, they're not going to break it, even with Baron buff. They would have to stand as they are now. Yeah, okay, nothing happening. Name just...
Yeah, I mean, they're slowly breaking down this mid T2, right? It's already down to about a third HP. They've been letting cannon minions just kind of hit. Sweet Crab's still trying to pressure this in so Fiora can't move, and giving himself the opportunity to respond if something happens in this bottom jungle. Poppy hovering as well. Finally, this mid T2 will end up falling. Bottom side, the wave crashes. It looks like the response is going to be a full rotation coming out from the Crabs. Really like this idea as well. Bubble going to go wide. And the Baron has now worn off, so I'm not sure if they want to continue this pressure. But I'm just going to put up a shield and run away.
I don't even think they can continue this pressure. The only one actually really putting up pressure in an effective way is Tilted Crab in the top lane. They also now have a Trundle with a Titanic Hydra, even giving them more wave clear. So they're all just going to collectively recall Rakan, Akshan as well. So I think they're going to set up for the next Drake spawning in a minute. A little bit more, 1 minute, 10 seconds. This might be a coin flip. If they are not able to catch out anyone from Astral Dragons, this might end up being at least an inhib.
Yep.
And if things go even worse, it might even cost him the game. I may be looking at this very pessimistic, but I said it before, I'll say it again. Despite Crab Esports being ahead, their comp is not a teamfight comp. Especially with Urgot being top. He has ultimate and he has TP. I am still not so sure how things will go here.
Yeah,
but as we're looking now,
I mean, it's concerning, right? You see the way the wave states are. Top lane is pushing into the Dragons. Mid lane is now just being reset by Misty on this Cassio. Akshan just pushing out the bot wave as well. So the side waves definitely feel in favor of the Crabs. So if a fight breaks out here, the only avenue to really do anything for the Dragons is mid, even if they win the fight, the Drake. Urgot, though, pushing the T3. Drake has now spawned. Max gonna pop the subjugate. Will just get hammered out by the Keeper's Verdict. Meanwhile, Urgot still pushing down that T3. Will be able to secure it.
I see what they're trying.
They will
just try to buy as much time as possible.
Exactly.
As long as they keep the pressure up and keeping people from retreating, which they currently are. They don't need to fight. They don't need to fight.
And that looks to be the call. Teleport coming in, though. They do want to look for it now. The T3 has fallen. Sweet Crab has showed up. Will find the disdain into the flash. Tidal Wave coming through as well. Will land onto 1. Cassio finds this stun, onto 2. But Sweet Crab going to be taken low. Will be taken down with the Grand Challenge being issued. And it's 2 quick kills for the Dragons. Make it 3. Make it 4. Tilted Crab will fall as well. And that will be another ace for the Astral Dragons. They'll find their 3rd Drake of the game. And you mentioned it. I don't think they wanted to fight, but they pulled the trigger regardless. They found the T3. They were hitting the inhib, and they're just playing way too greedily right now.
Yeah, but they have to take a bit off the tempo. They will not be able to take... Okay, yeah, they might be able to take the inhib, but not much more. Just for the reason being, top minion wave is just going to town on everything. Even took the inhib. I don't think this was calculated. But this might really turn out to be a problem. Urgot is a very good fighter / bruiser. But as he is now, he's not meant to, like, control side waves. Yes, he has his shotgun knees, but at the moment he's just as effective at split pushing as Ornn is. I'm actually surprised how this fight turns out. I at least thought that Crab Esports would get some type of return. No, they didn't. No, they did not. And I also think that might be because Misty is level 17 and 3 levels up on Moki. Yeah, things are not looking very spicy at the moment. Urgot is... Braum is also slowly but steadily getting his items with his Unbreakable Shield. He'll just get more tanky.
Yes.
And... Oh, no, okay, nothing. Cassiopeia getting away for free. Cassiopeia now having herself her Cosmic Drive. Had already Death Cap before. She will hurt like she means to, and she already does, as we had before. Fiora might on the top lane getting caught out. Nope, but we have a name caught out here.
Yeah, Light Binding comes through, the Electrocute proc from the Nami as well, but Stupid Crab going to be pushing out the top wave. Tilted Crab in the area, so they're trying to bait Lauren forward. Stupid Crab will look for the wall stun, finds the ground, finds the wall stun regardless. Lauren going to be taken low, but with name showing up,
Misty
should just be enough. Misty in the area. Keeper's Verdict will go wide. Max is in the area as well. Blame My Crab gonna be taken.
Oh, Max?
Hit by the pillar. Yeah, and I don't think Max wants to engage that. But again, look, in a side lane, Sweet Crab pushing out that bottom tier 2, making sure, hey, if you guys aren't actively doing something, we will. We are taking more gold into our pockets. But Lauren, on the backside of the fight, is going to be taken low incredibly quickly at the start of this. Comeuppance going to come through, but will not be able to find an angle with the minion wave. Finds it regardless, actually kills the minions easily. But now Misty finds the first kill of the fight in favor of the Dragons. Now Play My Crab going to be taken low. Mogi Fox in the area, though. Finds the light binding onto Misty, who will be able to just walk away. Max is going to be taken down, however. Boy. Tilted Crab has a reset on the E, but will be taken low. Another light binding lands, but a beautiful ultimate! And it's the 1-for-1 trade, but the crucial member, the Poppy, being resurrected here by Tilted Crab as well. Sweet Crab, meanwhile, still pushing in the bot T3, trying to just keep the pressure rolling. We'll be able to find the turret. Continues the fight now. Glacial Fissure coming through. Medjai is going to be taken low, pops the Buster shot, but will end up getting the kill down regardless. So, overall, it's still looking okay in terms of the fights for the Dragons, but the Crabs coming out just a little bit on top with the objectives they're taking.
I'm trying to analyze the situation, and I'm not sure what it is I should analyze.
Yeah.
Urgot now
he is
buying the Hull Breaker, which kind of concerns me. What exactly is he trying to play? Is he trying to play a very tanky split pusher? Then why would you go tanky? I would understand. Okay, you will get yourself a Thorn Mail, but I'm just not quite sure what I'm looking at. Poppy is built as I expected her to. Same with Lux, just blast. maybe have substituted the Morellonomicon at the moment for Cosmic Drive. But then again, it did work very well against Laurent and Misty. Misty healing of quite a lot of amount due to the Conqueror.
Big thing.
I'm just a bit confused, to be completely honest. I can't understand what they are trying to do. I'm just not understanding the execution.
The big
the whole breaker.
I want to draw your attention to, though, 30 seconds on this Drake spawn. At that point, if this soul goes over to Astral Dragons, granted, they've already been winning the fights, right? Crabs have had to basically be playing the side lanes, playing the split push, which feels a little weird against the Fiora comp, but neither here nor there. If they're able to secure this soul, this fight becomes exponentially harder, and this game becomes exponentially harder for the Crabs to really get themselves back in. They need, at the very least, for Stupid Crab to find some sort of a miracle steal, but this is not how you do it. Stupid Crab going to be taken out before the fight starts. Misty going to be taken low, but not taken down. Urgot still pushing in the top side. It looks like the call is going to be for the soul. Astral Dragons will be able to secure it. They get themselves the Ocean Soul here, 36 minutes in. Lauren's going to be just knocked up by the tidal wave. Flashing in, though, Tilted Crab will be able to just find a quick kill. And Urgot, Sweet Crab, just pushing in top.
The game. He has had
inhibitor. Cassio has reset, though. And now Magi is going to be taken down. Crucially, Tilted Crab still alive, but Blame My Crab not able to keep him alive long enough. Trying to walk away, but will not be able to do so. The flash from the Braum, it's a shutdown. Meanwhile, on the top side, Cassio just shredding through this Urgot. It's a 5-for-2 across the map. Ocean Soul going over to Astral Dragons. They end up Inhibitor going down in the top side, but they might just be able to push down mid. Poppy's up in 3, next member up in 30. This Lux will be big if they can keep, if Poppy can keep this wave alive until she's up.
I doubt it, but they are more than sure able to get this inhibitor. Maybe chip a little bit at the inhib towers, but so far...
Ignite, the chomp will come through as well, but yeah, Stupid Crab's able to dissuade any further aggression. So, Baron on the table, Elder in 450. I think at this point, if the Crabs want to win a fight, it has to be them somehow securing Elder and taking a fight off of it, no?
Yeah, definitely. A miracle steal is possible. Everything is still in the realm of possibility. And that Cassio just became an even bigger problem than she already was.
Yes.
Got herself a Zonia's Hourglass. She had it before, but still just a menace to society. I am just not sure. I said it before, I'll say it again, what Sweet Crab is up to. Does he want to split push? Does he want to team fight? He loses so much gold and resistances when he goes for a team fight, because Hullbreaker loses all its effects when you are close to your teammates.
Yep.
It's just so hard to make out. I'm the one thing I can definitely say. If they get rid of Cassiopeia, most of the problems is gone with them.
Oh, Tilted Crab, though, gonna be... Oh, the E gets canceled. He has no flash. He has no way out. Magi's gonna jump forward. Very big misposition coming out from Tilted Crab there. And the Fear Beyond Death barely goes wide. So, unfortunately, that's 2 quick kills. And it feels like now Astral Dragons should just be able to take the game. Fiora's sitting in the side lane, pushing it down. Cassio, too big to shut down at this point. 40 seconds left on Auction. Lux needs to find a very, very crucial light binding or something. Just some way to try and get this Cassio down if they want to keep their hopes alive.
Oh, they got the Cassio and the Braum away, but they're already back. They will just go mid lane now.
Yep, Inhibitor falls in the bottom lane. 20 seconds on Auction. They might be able to keep their series hopes alive right now. Or I should say their game hopes alive. They're still up 1-0 in the set, of course. But, yeah, Auction gets to respawn.
Yeah, congratulations. The only saving grace at the moment that Crab Esports has is the Fallen Inhib top. They won't be able to get the bot lane Inhib down, so they will just have the problem of a Baron soon knocking on their door.
Yeah.
Except for his Poppy. Nope, Poppy won't even get there in time. Nope, nothing.
Yeah, no way in for Stupid Crab, unfortunately. And now with Oh my gosh. Just all the sustain that can come through right now from Astral Dragons. I don't see how the Crabs are going to be able to really take this one over. They were in such a strong spot, and it feels like they were just, you know, about to take over this game, about to really just, you know, put the nail in the coffin on the series. And here they are, or sorry, here Astral Dragons are, somehow clawing back from down 2 Drakes to taking the soul, somehow finding a way into the game, finding Misty's Cassiopeia 14, 3, and 5. Absolutely incredible performance right now from this mid laner.
Yeah, Misty really is carrying the team on her back. Not that the rest of the team played negatively, but the main damage is just from Misty with all the AP defense stats that he has. And if you look at the NN at Urgot and at Poppy, they have no
yeah, very little MR.
Resist.
It's literally just the tier 2 cloak on Urgot, but Sweet Crab gonna get jumped on here, gonna be taken low.
Oh no.
Just gonna be taken down with the Buster Shot. Stupid Crab trying to fight Fiora. Not sure you want that, but the shutdown on the Cassio is pretty big. Stupid Crab gonna be taken down though. 2 vital procs will do him in. And in the meantime, with Cassio being down, that's a big source of damage down. The Elder Drake is spawning in 45. Cassio will be up shortly after it spawns, however. Fiora pushing down the top tier 2. The bot tier 2 is where the minion wave currently sits as well. So a lot of focus on the base. Top tier 3 will end up falling to Fiora as well. And now Moki Fox looking for something, won't be able to find the light binding. Elder in 30, but it might just be the push in for the side of Astral Dragons, finally at 42 minutes in.
Yeah, I highly doubt that they are able to come back. Even in the case that, for some magic reason, that Crab Esports is able to steal this Elder Drake, I don't think that they would survive long enough to get all the members of Astral Dragons low enough. And as I said before, highly unlikely, now basically impossible. Cassiopeia also coming in just as a reinsurance to burn down the Elder Drake. Action, maybe? Nah. No, Braum will just dissuade him, and now they are really out for blood. Not like they were before, not like they already were like before. But now you have a level 18 full build Cassiopeia knocking on your front door.
With Elder
and you
Drake.
Can't even tickle that poor girl.
Yeah, with Elder Drake, with Ocean Soul, Elder Drake still going to be active for another 2 minutes. Keeper's Verdict will knock the Cassiopeia out. Comeuppance coming through, but it's not going to do much other than clear the wave.
No.
Magi Carnage, though, going to be taken down right at the start, so that is one big source of damage down, but Name will find a return trade onto Stupid Crab with that Elder buff. So thus far, 1 for 1. Elder's still available on 4 for the side of Astral Dragons, however. They need to be able to push
Lux
this
has no mana
in.
as well.
Lux does have to back off. Will have access to the final spark shortly. Pillar comes through, but the wave clear is coming through well. Misty finds the stun onto 2. Will be taking down Sweet Crab. And now, all of a sudden, it's just the 2 carries left, and Tilted Crab gets jumped on. Lauren finds the kill. Misty finding the last one onto Lux, and after a 44-minute game, we are taking it to Game 3. Astral Dragons clawing their way back in this one and making sure we're going the distance.
Well, don't play catch comps, it seems so far is the verdict of the series. Both teams that played the team fighting comps in the last 2 games were the winning teams. While we did see the power of picks somewhere in between, sometimes when Fiora got caught out, or when Trundle just stepped 1 step too far to the sun. Both got nuked, both got destroyed, but as time went on and Cassiopeia was scaling even harder, even when we look in terms of damage, because, well, Misty likes to do her damage.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it last game with the Morgana as well. This player does a lot of work. I think that's the best way to phrase it. This definitely felt like a, okay, Cassio versus the world kind of game, and Cassio delivered, to say the least. I think a very, very strong showing this time around. With that said, though, we are going to take just a quick break, hopefully, before we get on to the Rift. Game 3 between Astral Dragons and Crab Esports. Astral coming in hot off of that win. Interested to see if they'll be able to continue that momentum or if the Crabs will be able to secure their victory tonight. We are going to be right back. Welcome back, everybody, to this final game of the best of 3 between Crab Esports and Astral Dragons. 2 very back and forth, very, very long games coming through in this series. And already the Crab's saying, Misty, your Cassia last time, a little too dirty for our taste. We're going to take that right off the table. The Morgana as well from game 1 being banned away once again. And interested to see if the Dragons are going to stick to that Zeri ban that we've seen between these first 2 games as well, or if potentially there's something else catching their eye. We saw the Veigar and the Zac bans last time around, so interested to see if those will be repeated. I am MxL, LetsAMP, bringing you the color cast for tonight. Zac banned away. Interested as to your thoughts. Is it going to be Veigar? Is it going to be Zeri? What are we looking at for the third ban for Astral Dragons?
I'm honestly not sure, because both games, mid lane was a very deciding factor. Misty played very well in both of her games. Oh, the LeBlanc. Okay, I think Misty is really getting hung out to dry. She is not getting to play any of her main champions.
Big thing.
She's gonna be forced on a Zed or something.
Right now, this is the first time Victor has been left open this far into a draft. Both of the prior games, Crab Esports have banned it, so I'm interested to see what that means. Veigar banned. Zeri open will be locked in by Crab Esports. This should be the Victor from Astral Dragons, however. I am so excited to see this champion in a competitive game.
I'm actually not. Excuse me. I'm actually not. Reason why is not due to Zeri, but due to the curse of casting I have had. I casted 7 games between the time when Vex came out and when the season ended in most games. And we're getting a Lulu, and all 7 games the Vex lost. So my assumption right now is that maybe the caster curse gets broken today. Since currently the caster curse is sitting at 7-0, I highly doubt it. But who knows?
We'll see. Vex was a little different in my opinion. But regardless, Lulu, Vayne gonna be the lock-in into the Zeri. So trying to match fire with fire. Vayne notoriously good at skirmishing, putting the Lulu in addition. However, big thing to note, Zeri does like to yoink those shields from you. Deals 60% steals 60% of damage dealt to shields, I believe it is, from the passive.
Yes, sir.
Love to see that. So these Lulu shields going to be a little less impactful than they otherwise would be. Seraphine locked in as well, technically a mid support flex. Don't play Seraphine jungle, please. It's late, that's my excuse. Volibear also locked in the jungle top.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Oh jeez.
Yeah. Volibear also flexible at the moment. I think he got some nice buffs for the top lane, and I think with nice buffs he got like a buff on his E in terms of damage, and I think in terms of shield. I'm not as awake anymore to remember it because my mind is getting slowly cloudy. Fiora. Laurent is not getting any downtime. Laurent is getting the world's Graves treatment. Oh, you played okay on Fiora, you're going back on Fiora.
Yeah.
I'm actually not quite sure how the second part of the draft is going out, because this draft as of now is completely different. Astral Dragons is assuming that the Swallowbear is going the jungle. To be honest, I am as well. I like what I'm seeing as of now. Zeri, Seraphine, Volibear, all champions who want to teamfight, who want to skirmish, are strong up until level 10. Level 10. Around level 11, when Vayne hits like her second point in the R, I think she starts to overturn what Zeri can bring to the table. So up until this point,
I also want to mention, Victor was something that I expected to see picked early by Astral Dragons. It was banned away from them in both of the first 2 games. We saw Crab Esports just hover a ban on it as well. Opted into the Sylas ban instead. To me, that almost signals they're looking to give over the Victor, take a Corki for themselves. Interested to see if that's what's going to end up happening. They're going to hover the Victor ban again. Urgot banned away. They're going to ban the Victor, so maybe... I mean, with a Sylas ban that just, like, screams Corki to me, either that or maybe, like, an Ornn, potentially. We'll have to see, obviously. Assuming this is going to be a jungle pickup from Astral, they've been saving this counter pick for Misty whenever possible. Really liked seeing that, especially with how potent the Morgana was in Game 1, how potent the Cassia was in Game 2. I'm very interested to see what the pick is going to be this time around.
I just want to... Okay. All right.
Oh, boy.
Before we get to this, I just want to ask one thing, because you mentioned the Ornn. I want you to look at Astral Dragon's bot lane and top lane, and you tell me you want to pick a tank into that.
Oh, yeah. But, like, also, they're all, like,
That's
I'm going to say immobile in quotes. Like, Ornhorn will hit from very far away. And their mobility is rather short-ranged, so we're... No shot!
My days.
All right.
Okay.
Wow.
We are bringing out the most spicy pick you can get out in League of Legends, and we are getting a Wex. All right. Okay. I was about to fall asleep due to time difference and it being 5:30 in the morning. I am peak awake. This is going to be a game I will not leave my eyes out of top lane. Why? Because, Garen, that's why. I'm actually just now waiting for what Astral Dragon's answer will be into the Vex. And then I also want to pick onto Kayn. Now, what it's gonna be? Surprise me.
Oh,
Rihanna.
Okay, I was expecting something spicy, and then they locked in the stock standard control mage mid.
Hey, don't bully my Orianna players. Those people are better in math than Einstein. You can't prove me wrong because one of them is not alive anymore, and the other one is Einstein. Wow, that was a lore meme that went 3 levels too deep. God damn, we are fine. Okay, Kayn, you feel the love tonight, because I am not sure what type of Kayn we're getting. Is it Assassin? Is it Bruiser?
Okay.
It actually really is important.
This might be a hot take. Don't go Blue Kayn into Garen Volibear. It's not gonna end well for you, I promise. This should almost certainly be a Red Kayn game, I would hope. But again, we'll have to see.
The thing is, if Kayn doesn't go red, they don't have a good front line. And that is bad. Like, really, really bad. They have a Vex who can just dive the backline.
Yes.
They have a Garen who is, like, uncontested. Oh, congratulations, you can condemn him away. But then you have a Volibear who can just drop on you. And Seraphine with her long-range charm, if she is a good sniper, and as far as things I know, Blame My Crab is not a bad support, they can just shred each other. Astral Dragon's definitely stronger when it comes to skirmishing. Yeah, they're definitely strong in skirmishes and are okay in team fights. But when it comes to like full-on team fights, Crab Esports is really very good. I'm not at the moment, I'm not that familiar with Zeri's ultimate, because I honestly forgot what it does. I think it gives you a static shift effect.
Yeah.
On your auto effect and piercing damage, as far as I know.
It is a ridiculous amount of damage. It gives her some little move speed as well. It's a lot. It's very fun. It's very enjoyable. I'm very excited. I have not seen a ton of this champion, but oh my gosh, am I like? I just want to play her. Like, I'm gonna watch this game, and the whole time I'm casting, just think, but that could be me right now.
Damn, I wish that'd be me right now.
Big things to note. With Zeri, she has a very unique AD carry, right? She doesn't have auto attack. Like, she has auto attacks, but her right click is counted as an ability. Her Q is counted as a basic attack. You have to aim her Q. It acts like, I would just say, like a standard, like 7-shot spread in a shooter. That was the goal Riot went with. That's the goal they hit. You press Q, it's a skill shot. It procs 1 instant of on hit per 1 instance of on hits per target it hits. So if you hit like 3 things with it, bam, Kraken Slayer procs on the 3rd.
Oh my dear.
Very, very fun. The W is just a slow. If it hits a wall, it expands the range and makes it like an AoE slow instead of a single target. Her E can go over walls, gives her 3 piercing bullets for her next 3 Qs. Her right click is just it counts as an ability. Love to see that. Slows if it's fully charged. If not, it just does a little bonus damage. Bonus damage on the slow as well. And then the ult, the static shiv, the damage, the move speed ramp, and it just resets it every time you damage a champion with it. It is so incredibly fun. It is so incredibly strong. And if this champion gets 1 fight with a good R, this entire game could flip on its head.
So we have Omreka in the jungle, and we have Static Shiv in the AD carry position. Things are getting interesting for this last game. Due to one thing, before we are going into a short break, is Kayn will probably try, if he goes Red King, to fight around top and jungle, which is going to be very excruciating, to say the least.
Yeah.
Early game Kayn alone against the Volibear. I would bet Volibear will happily take those fights. Garen will happily take those fights. But it also comes down to what type of summoner spells Garen is going to take. But we will just have to wait to see.
Yeah, interested to see what will happen. My eyes are going to be on all of the spicy picks coming out. The Garen, the Vex, the Zeri, the Kayn. Everything is just going to be so fun to witness in this game. Backs against the wall for both these teams. They're both looking to take the win tonight. And honestly, very close back and forth games both times. You mentioned before the better team fight comp won. Who do you think's going to be able to take that in that title of better team fight comp in this third game of the series?
Based on what I have seen so far, if Sweet Crab is able to TP with his ultimate up, I would say it's Crab Esports.
All right. Well, you heard
it. Yeah, I know it's a strange reasoning, but he always TP'd to fight without his ultimate as Urgot up, which kind of made me sad. If he keeps eyes on that, I actually am quite convinced that he's going to be a deciding factor.
We will have to see, but for right now, we're going to hop into a break. Game 3 between Crab Esports and Astral Dragons. Is Zeri going to be enough to take Crab to finally take this series 2-1, or will Astral Dragons pull it back off the back of this Vayne Kayn duo? We'll have to see. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everybody, to Game 3, and this is going to be the last game of the night between Crab Esports and Astral Dragons. Crab Esports, blue side game 1, started off a little behind, a little on the back foot, but just found their way back into the game. Take game 1. Game 2, they start off strong, but Astral Dragons find a way to pivot themselves back into the driver's seat, take us to this game 3, and this time around, got some spicy picks. We got the Zeri. We got the Vex. We got Garen top. But the big thing that I want to draw your eyes to, and LetsAMP, we were talking about this a little bit. Misty, running the Orianna, running the Glacial Augment. What do you think about it?
I'm actually not sure. I know that the Glacial Augment is going to proc... Oh. they know shenanigans are up. As far as I know, the Glacial Augment does not proc on slows. This might be... me just being too sleepy, but I think it only procs on
hard CC.
Hard CC, yep. As far as I know. Tilted Crab just not going to take any chances. They're taking a long way around. They know something is wrong in the neighborhood. They don't know who to call.
They put the ward down at level 1. Tilted Crab gonna get polymorph. The exhaust coming through right away, but the burst fire and the slow coming out from the burst fire. Zeri just putting in so much work. This is the power of Zeri early. I know I said she's generally pretty weak early, but her level 1, level 2 can be very strong, especially when Blame My Crab is just playing these fights so well early on. Granted, summoner advantage still going in favor of Astral Dragons here, but health advantage to the side of the Crabs.
Yeah, very much so, but...
Oh my gosh.
I also got like a little bit of extra money. Also, Seraphine having no potions might be a little bit of a problem. But as things are now, top lane, nothing happening. Thought things may be kicking off. Tilted Crab will just be happy with the aggressive start that he was able to acquire. Top lane, nothing happening. We have our junglers both starting on red side, so red buff, and I think we might get a very early brawl right here.
Oh,
okay,
the root lands, the cleanse comes through, but Zeri finds the kill. Tilted Crab picking that one up. Flash coming out from the Garen. That Nerd Max is going to get the flash into the Shadow Step, able to walk out, but Vex is in the area. This Kayn will just be able to Blades Reach over the wall, rather. Should be able to get out.
Hurts.
So yeah, Kayn able to walk away. Not healthily, not great, but still able to live regardless. Gets 2 flashes and an ignite for his troubles. Meanwhile, Moki, Fox, and Misty just trading in the mid side. A little in favor of this Orianna, but not the end of the world. Big thing to note, Tilted Crab 1-0-0 on Zeri. This champion has not been seen in this series, has sat on the red side ban list all night long, but
it actually
already
hasn't
looking
been
strong
seen in the entire history of Style Esports.
Well,
like,
I can't speak for
this
that.
Pick is pick.
It might be the first time on stream. I don't know about off stream, but yeah, these roots coming out from Blame My Crab just doing a ton of work. Bone plating proc as well. Yeah, Tilted Crab just...
Oh, Tilted Crab is having one hell of a good time.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to get a replay. I wish we would, because I would really much like to see what happened in the bottom lane while the brawl was going on top lane. But this is casting with Style Esports. Oh, you're trying to explain a situation about one event? Here, have 3 others, which you will forget to talk about because, well, reasons.
Yeah, definitely a lot of action thus far, and we saw this a lot throughout the set.
Probably.
Tends to be the second we're like, all right, let's break down a fight, let's break down a play, another fight breaks out instantly. So definitely a very, very bloodthirsty set of games thus far between these two teams. I don't expect this game to be any different.
Yes, but I love what I'm seeing in the bot lane. Carnage and Gelatine both freezing. That just makes my wave control mind happy. They're just going to deny the very, very bad reset that Crab and Crab just had. Just for the reason being that, well, yes, you got yourself an early kill, but we'll just deny everything by freezing the wave. Now the problem is the wave is pushing back in the wrong direction, and they are going to lose way too much in exchange. Tilted and Blame will just take it.
Yeah, Drake started up here, though. Flash from Blame My Crab will not find its mark. That Nerd Max is going to have to dash over the wall with this cane. The Drake now just seems to have been leashed over. No smite available for Stupid Crab, but yeah, Astral Dragons kind of dropping the ball here. End up being a little over-aggressive, over-eager, and they end up losing the Drake. They thankfully don't lose any members, but will end up a little behind in terms of their map rotations as a result of the extra move speed from the Dragon.
My only thought with Max getting away again was just like the meme from Star Wars where they're just like, he can't keep getting away with it. Like, he is just not dying. Meanwhile, I have the feeling that Garen in the top lane might be dying because Lauren is level 6. I don't think you want to take that fight, big guy.
Does not sound like it would be particularly enjoyable, but
although Lauren doesn't have riposte at the moment, so if he hits level 6, he might be able to do some, but I doubt it because Lauren is probably just going to crash that wave and then just retreat. And I'm pretty sure Garen has no problem taking this fight. Oh no. Garen, I don't think you want to take this fight.
Riposte has been popped, but yeah, Sweet Crab should just want to run away. Pops the Ignite up there. Tilted Crab stealing a little bit of shields, but not going to do too much more than that. I do want to touch on Garen opting into a Qmax build this time around as well. Sometimes we see the Emax, we see a little more shred focused than upfront damage focused with the silence build, but neither necessarily bad, just, you know, personal preference, I think, more than anything.
Yeah. Before the Garen rework, when I mean rework, it was when they made his E scale with attack speed. Grasp Garen was very common, and during that time, I really much loved playing Garen Qmax with Grasp, because your Grasp procs hit like the power of 1,000 sun.
Oh, the slow? Magi, yeah. Oh. Just has to condemn. Oh, that feels awful.
I can imagine before, when I started playing League, I kind of fell in love with the hyperscaling mode of Vayne, but I hated bot lane. So yes, I was for some time that disgusting
Vayne top player.
Yes, I have learned my ways. I'm very sorry, and I am giving to charity now, just to atone for my sins. I'm actually feeling very bloody disgusting by it. Meanwhile, Sweet Crab having his fun time, and it happened more than a few times that I condemned somebody, and I just pushed him away and just got rid of and just didn't get a story off because Max
Max in the bot side, burst fire coming through, but oh my god, the ultimate from Tilted Crab as well, calling down the lightning crash. That Nerd Max is gonna flash, but this time Stupid Crab follows the flash, finds the kill, and it is a quick 2 for 0 in the bottom lane. Now the Shadow Surge coming through. Moki Fox will find the second cast. Shockwave is available for Misty, but here comes the ultimate from Volley. The flash out from the Ori. The Glacial Proc coming through, but Stupid Crab is the one tanking the turret for the time being. The Encore will land, but no further aggression should be had. Misty finding a way out where there didn't seem to be one.
Well, I'll take back what my assumption was on Orianna with her Glacial Augment. Apparently, not apparently. I'm pretty sure it already paid off, like 5-fold.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, give to charity when you play Vayne top. Else, I have no respect for you. Well, just the same amount of respect Tilted had when he just went in level 6 and just showed Carnage some real Carnage. Maybe a little bit of misjudgment when it comes to hitting the level 6, but that happens sometimes. And I think, well, it won't happen again, I think.
Well, yeah, you only hit level 6 once in a game.
Fair.
But we will have to see. That is what I mean, though. We saw Tilted Crab with the level 6, with that lightning crash, just jump in, didn't care, popped the ultimate, and just was shredding through people. Medjay had to flash away. There wasn't a ton of damage left to be had, and it ended up just with a very, very favorable fight for Crab Esports. So I'm interested to see if that's going to progress. Right now we're looking at either a Gale Force or a Kraken Slayer from the looks of things for Tilted Crab as well. I've personally been a real big fan of Kraken Slayer. I think it looks and feels pretty good.
Bot lane?
But yeah, you mentioned it. 4-man bot. Might be a little over-eager. TP is available for both mid laners. Obviously, they're both already here, though. Garen already running down. Fiora not going to be able to respond to this. So, potentially...
Garen just getting himself a crab. No, not even getting himself a crab.
Yeah, it looks like Garen's backing off of this. That Nerd Max is going to get tagged with the Vex passive. E coming down from the Volibear, going in. Drake has been secured by that Nerd Max. He's going to pop the Umbral Trespass, but a 3-man Encore in the backside finds the kill onto the Vex. From the Vex onto the Kayn, rather, and now Carnage is going to be taken low, going to be taken down, and it's 2 already. Misty's going to be the 3rd as Tilted Crab finds his 3rd, and all of a sudden, it's a 6-0 kill lead in favor of Crab Esports. They're sitting 3k gold ahead at 11.5, and yeah, the Drakes are 1-1. You lost out on the Drake, sure, but they are more than happy with how this game is playing out right now.
Yes, and we're getting another Rift, one of the new ones, the Hex Tech Rift, which adds a lot of mobility. The thing is, I don't want to say, oh no, it's about to be called, because in the last 2 games we had, suddenly one team was ahead, 2 seconds later the enemy team got a triple kill somewhere, and suddenly everything was different when the Fire Nation attacked.
I will mention this again. I mention this every time I'm on a broadcast with a Hex Tech Rift because it affects me, so I want to make sure that our viewer base is aware. Motion sickness warning. Every time I look at a Hex Tech Rift and all the fog effects, it actually makes me a little sick to my stomach. So, in case you also have these issues, feel free to look away and listen to our wonderful voices as we bring you the rest of this game. I won't be upset. It just sucks that this happens sometimes. There are certain effects that do that to me, like Cosmic Lux. If you get killed by her laser, I can't look at the screen until I respawn. It's bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, just like Laurent?
Oh, yeah, speaking of needing to respawn, the stun not going to come through. The riposte has been burned. The ignite as well. The flash to try and get out.
That's a bit ambitious.
The flash into the ultimate. Sweet Crab, Demacian Justice coming through, but there's 2 people here. Stupid Crab going to be tagged up by that ultimate from Orianna. The Shadow Surge going to go wide, but the 2-man Fear. It's 1 kill for 1 in the end of that, so 2 for 1 overall. Kane's able to walk on out, but Crown of the Shattered Queen now picked up for Orianna, so she's feeling a little bit better about her chances of surviving in those fights later on.
He can't just keep getting away with this.
I mean, he hasn't twice, to be fair.
Yeah, he hasn't twice. He caught this Demacian sword like once. Where were we before things kicked off? We were with motion sickness, yes.
Yeah.
You said that Lux's, Cosmic Lux's ultimate, made you sick. What's the reason for that?
Oh, so when she kills you with it, it gives you a particle effect on your screen until you respawn.
Oh.
That's like pulsy.
Okay.
Yeah, it
sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's rough. Gale Force, though, picked up here by Zeri. Yeah. Red Kayn also for that Nerd Max. So I agree with this wholeheartedly. I think this is the only Kayn that you can build this game. Blue Kayn just feels pretty bad. So really like to see that coming through. Chem Tank for Volibear as well for the Mythic. It looks like Garen building into the Stridebreaker that we've seen so frequently as of late. Really like a lot of this that I'm seeing at the moment. But Sweet Crab just trying to trade with Lauren. Not sure you want that at the moment. And
Garen likes his trading. He has no problems with it because he is just going to sustain it all up. This is the reason why I can't deal with Garen. If I don't shut him down with my picks, I am not going to shut him down at all.
Yeah.
This is why I always pick Darius into Garen. I see an enemy pick Garen, I was like, free lane. So far, it hasn't.
Ooh, Shockwave onto Moki Fox. Shadow Surge coming through as well, though. Will land. Mistral Bolt will not, however. Stupid Crab in the area. The flash coming through from Orianna. Misty going to be taken low. Pops the Command Dissonance. Will be able to walk out. Meanwhile, on the bot side, Encore lands. Tilted Crab will find the kill with the ultimate as well. The Lightning Crash coming through. And Tilted Crab going to be taken low, but Max is in the area. Tilted Crab waiting on the E reset. The W will end up going wide, but Tilted Crab trying to get out. The sustain. Oh, the dash over the wall. And Stupid Crab finds the kill onto Max. Beautifully played by Tilted Crab in the bottom lane. This champion is nuts when she gets ahead, and this is a prime example of it.
Tilted Crab just made Double Lift look like a 6-year-old. Jesus Christ Almighty, that was beautifully played. I'm also, as I said already before, I thought this with the Glacial Augment was a one-off thing. Nope, those Glacial Augments procs, like the 3 times it procced, saved Misty every single time. Yeah. But now with Bot Tower Fallen, I'm actually kind of interested how the not the deviation, how the lane assignment is going to change, because well, Max can of course try to take this Drake, but yeah, I don't think you want to do this when the bot lane can just go up and hit you in the face, especially like this, Misty.
Misty forcing out the flash from Moki Fox, who misses the Shadow Surge, unfortunately. But big thing to note here, Max no access to that Umbral Trespass for the time being. Stupid Crab looking for the stun down, but Max will be taken low, should be taken down here momentarily. Actually, they're going to find the kill onto Misty instead. No Crown of the Shattered Queen available there. Max in the area looking for the objective bounty, will just back off. So we'll have to give over this Drake. A very big Drake to pick up as well. Worth noting, Zeri's Q cooldown is similar to that of Yasuo and Ione. The more attack speed you have, the shorter the cooldown is. So, more attack speed from the Drake stats feels really good. That's part of why I like Kraken Slayer on her. You get a lot more attack speed as a result of it. Opted into the Gale Force, still a fine option this time around. And we'll be going for that Essence Reaver second, which isn't a build I've seen a ton of, but definitely can be pretty potent, especially when you're already this far ahead.
I can see why it is that potent. I have also seen Trinity Force on her, due to all the mixed stat it gives, is something that
Sweet Crab and Lauren just going to be fighting up in the top side. Flash being popped by Fiora, but will not be able to find the last vital until it's too late. Goes down to the ultimate from Sweet Crab.
To see it. Oh, that just hurts my soul. But, well, things happened. But we are only like 12-1, 5k gold difference. Winnable.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen these games go long between these two teams, and even with that in mind, it's not even necessarily about the length of how winnable a game is. We've seen both teams ahead, behind, just kind of swing fights, seemingly willy-nilly, and take them into their favor. Rift Herald here picked up, so another potential objective bounty taken off the Rift. Crab Esports playing really well at denying these from going over to the side of Astral Dragons. Fiora teleported bot, though. There might be an angle. Moki Fox going to get jumped on here. Lauren trying to just out-skirmish Moki Fox for the time being. Will be able to do so. Blade's Reach will find the kill as well, or will secure the kill for Lauren. Sweet Crab getting slowed up, but Herald popped off.
Yeah, meanwhile, Sweet Crab trying his best to not get kited. Sadly fails. Because, well, of course. Oh, meanwhile, a brawl of the supports.
Yeah, supportal combat between two enchanters, though, tends to not have too much effect. So, not too surprised to see them peeling off there.
yeah, people are always focusing like, yeah, Bruce are top laners or ADCs fighting one-on-one until the death. No, supportal combo is the real bloodbath because, oh no, I lost my 1v1, so I'm going to play in the jungle. And supportal combo is just, oh my god, I lost my supportal fight against the other support. I now have to commit ritual suicide due to the reason.
Oh, Lulu gonna get tagged up, tilted. Crab finding the kill off of the Encore. Really big pick coming out from this bot lane duo. And this, again, is the power of Seraphine, especially with how much damage Tilted Crab on this Zeri is going to be able to do.
I want to point out something. Garen brought a Trinity Force to the fight. This is very interesting because for me, that Sulfite's the way he's going to play. He is going to be the counter answer to Fiora. What I mean with this is Fiora, yes, of course, we know it, loves her split pushing, just being a pain in the side lane. And the same thing is something Garen can just match. I have the feeling that Stupid Crab will just donate it himself.
Yeah, this is a little too far forward, I think, for this Volibear. Has to burn the ultimate, will pop the flash as well to try and get away. Pops the E just for a little added security, but you know there's 4 people down here. Sweet Crab might have just overextended, is trying to run away.
He's fine.
Flash coming out from Medjai, though, will end up just getting the polymorph onto him.
Meanwhile,
but Max is going to be taken low, gets hit with the ultimate from the Garen as well, and that's a quick kill picked up. Stupid Crab with the chem tank running at this Lulu. Flash forced out of the Yordle. Sweet Crab trying to run down as well with the Q. Glitterlance is going to slow down. Blame My Crab, though, going to find the route down on to Carnage, and Carnage falls instantly. Now it's T2 on the cards for the side of Crab Esports. Another beautiful double route on to this Lulu. Really just making sure that they're pushing their tempo, pushing their lead, and trying to close this game out much faster than the first 2 in the set.
There are just throwdowns everywhere. Oh no, top lane is probably going to be...
No way. Yeah, you don't... No shot. The Shadow Surge and the Mistral Bolt for the fear, but Misty is a little too healthy, has a little too much MS, and now Max Flash W will force the flash from Mokifox. Well played there to just trade the summoner.
Alright, I'm willing to pay 0 riot points to the first person who can answer me why on God's green earth the split pushers were in the bot lane brawling in a team fight, while the 2 mage who are focused and also set focused on team fighting were brawling it out in the top lane. Like, I don't mind it, but still.
Yeah, definitely feels
like
weird.
Something is not adding up.
Big thing to note though, Hextech Drake Soul Point for Crab Esports.
Oh, yes.
If they secure this, they have Static Shiv on the champion who has an inbuilt Static Shiv. Which is a lot of Static Shiv, I'm going to be honest with you. So we'll have to see. Shockwave, though, going to be popped here. The fear should dissuade too much further aggression, and Mokifox is able to just walk away. Max clearing on a pink ward in the bot side, but all of this control now should be Crab's for this Baron side.
I'm not sure if they're trying to attempt to take the Baron, but because I don't think they know where Vayne is. Okay, they should know now and know that they can commit to it. 5 people topside, and I think the level 13 Garen is able to persuade the level 10 Kayn to just take a step back.
And especially knowing also, Orianna has no ultimate. Exactly. Sweet Crab gonna force the Blast Cone from Max. He's gonna get tagged by the Encore, but does find the Q over the wall. Will be able to stay alive. Shadow Surge lands. Shadow Surge 2 lands as well. And Mokifox finds the crucial kill onto the Kayn before trading their own life back. Baron has been secured. Vayne still split pushing. It's a 1-for-1. Baron going over to Crab Esports. A beautiful route onto Misty. Forces the Wild Growth, but Tilted Crab does not care. Lightning Crash being called. And Tilted Crab finding the double kill. Gonna run at Laurent as well. Stupid Crab trying to follow on top of this, but Tilted Crab will be forced to back off. Baron push into this T2 mid side. Tilted Crab kind of low, and now Vayne has reset, will be running back to the mid lane.
Okay, while I appreciate Vayne doing her best to get some advantage, not worth it. For this Baron fight, they should have known, okay, 4 people are missing, maybe something is going on at the top. In the top lane, with how slow Max was playing this, which I have to say, huge respect, They should have just stalled, let Baron shred even more resistances, and try to turn around the fight. It didn't work out in the end, but that's okay. Vayne got something at least. You have to also see the positives. You can't always just flame, oh my god, why were you not at Baron fight? Well, I got as an objective.
Yeah.
And I think she allowed 200 extra gold to be shared among all of her team members. Yeah, 250 gold split for the team. It's not much, but it's
something. And that's the big thing right now with this composition. It does scale fairly well. You have a Vayne. Like, Vayne Lulu is a disgusting pairing as you scale later in the game. Orianna's scaling is pretty solid as well. The only one who I look at and I'm like, okay, you don't scale necessarily great is Kayn. But even still, you take that objective trade. If you know you're not going to be able to win that fight at the pit, at least get yourself a little bit of gold in response. Really like the idea behind that. Think that's pretty much what they need to be doing. And the big thing to note here... Oh, are they...
Oh, I like what I'm seeing. I like what I'm seeing.
Oh, Misty's going to walk forward, and the Shockwave lands. Stupid Crab does have the Stormbringer. Will be able to utilize that if necessary. And Encore finds the kill onto the Lulu, though. Gorgeous ultimate from Blame My Crab. And it's 3 quick kills in what looked to be the Bush Cheese for Astral Dragons. They're going to find 4... Now, all of a sudden, Lauren doing really well up in the top side against Sweet Crab. This turret should fall. That should be a little more gold, sure. But your base is falling very shortly.
I actually am not sure how this fight just turned out the way it did. Even with how far behind Astral Dragons were in this fight.
No way. The ultimate coming down as well. Sweet Crab finding the 1v1 up in the top side. The double root down onto Jello Von Gelatin. And Stupid Crab taken low. Blame My Crab going to have to flash away. Blade's Reach will find the kill, but Kayn is traded back for it. Misty popping the Crown of the Shattered Queen there. Will be run down by this Burst Fire from the Zeri. Tilted Crab just doing so much work on this pick, showing why it was not let through in the first 2 games of the set. They're going to back off, but they have now taken, I believe, one, maybe both Nexus turrets off of that. Garen pushing the top T3 as well. They're looking for a second inhib. The bot wave crashing in, and it looks like Astral Dragon's hopes of winning this series crashing in alongside it.
It's only 25-4. There is still hope. Honestly, yeah, I might sound sarcastic and even disrespecting at this point, but to be completely honest with how the last 2 games went, I wouldn't be surprised when they suddenly just 5-4 ace the enemy team.
Yeah.
So, no disrespect to anybody. This is literally just how it is. Zeri also going very offensive in terms of items. So if she gets caught out, she might actually very much get blown up. But I wouldn't... Of course, most people, and I think you as yourself also said it, will probably say, yeah, this will be it. Lauren will probably also sacrifice himself to the Elder Gods. Oh no, and he wasted the what was it called?
Oh, Tilted Crab finds the dash over the wall as well. The piercing bullets comes through. The Shadow Surge as well. Tilted Crab finding his 10th kill of this game. I completely agree. Definitely an uphill battle at this point. But if there is a team comp that I look at and I'm like, you can just win a miracle fight in your base 28 minutes in, it's any team with a Vayne on it and any sort of setup for her, right? So there's definitely an angle where this game can flip on its head, even with this 13k gold deficit. It's hard, don't get me wrong, and especially when the final hour was popped early from Carnage.
Okay, yeah.
It's hard. It's really hard. Stormbringer coming down. Turret has been disabled. Encore lands on the 2. Make it 3, and Jello Von Gelatin. Zeri just kills everyone. Never mind. It's 3 quick kills for the Zeri right as the fight breaks out. And now Kayn's in the area. It looks like Zeri wants the Penta. Tilted Crab probably going to get that denied just off of the timing required. A lot of sustain, actually. Tilted Crab finds the 4th kill. It's an unofficial Quadra, but they know that's going to do it. That's going to be the game. No Penta for you, but you will take the series 2-1 in favor of Crab Esports.
That performance from Crab Esports just now was like, like they were like, you know what? 3rd game, best out of 3. Time to put on the big boy pants.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's Zeri. Zeri went to town. Meanwhile, Misty still most damage on her own team. His own team. I really don't know.
I mean, yeah, the scoreline, I'm going to be real, doesn't look pretty from Misty this game, but still consistently performing in terms of some of the team output. I still am not necessarily huge on the Glacial. I think you lose out on a lot of potential value from that. However, it did have a few instances where it was fairly useful.
3-4 times. So.
Zeri things happened. Blame My Crab looked insane in that third game. I think like this Seraphine was the most disgusting thing out of all 30 champions that we saw tonight. Just looked absolutely nuts on the pick.
Also, I also want to point out that there also was quite a gap in the jungle. What I mean with gap here is the level difference. Not necessarily like in gold. There's of course 2k difference in terms of gold, but that's not what I want to point out.
Yeah.
Early game pathing from Max might have been a very huge deciding factor in how the game turned out.
I get that, and I kind of agree, but I almost think it's more on Crab for reading it properly, right? I think Stupid Crab played very well around where Kayn was going to be, how to shut him down, prevent him from really getting into the game, and as anyone who has ever played Kayn will tell you, if you have an issue getting into the game, it's going to be a hard time for the next 20 minutes. Still got formed decently early, but like it's tough. When you fall behind on Kayn, you fall very far behind on Kayn.
And then it swings both ways. You get a little bit ahead. Boy, do you get ahead.
Yeah. And then you just do the Kayn things that we all know and love. But with that said, Crab Esports, back and forth game 1 victory, back and forth game 2 loss. Game 3, they said they had enough. Make it quick and dirty, right? Zeri Seraphine. It just worked. Best way to phrase that.
It worked way too good, right? Risotto Gaming, please.
Yeah, but that will be it for us here on the Style Esports broadcast. It was a long night for sure, but thank you guys for sticking with us through it all. For myself, LetsAMP, and everyone here at Style Esports, we wish you a very, very good night and take care.
A good morning from Austria.